Everyone.
Happy New Year.
We are on Icaru's YouTube and also what else? Your Facebook, anything else, or just YouTube?
Just YouTube. I don't have Facebook.
YouTube. And then we're also doing my Facebook, and we're gonna do Instagram with both of us in just 1 second.
Awesome.
All right, copy.
That's already done.
Oh, okay. Where?
Go live right here.
Oh, go live. Okay, sorry. Hold on 1 second, babe. Hi, everyone.
Tell Icaro to go live on this Instagram now.
So feel free to go live on your Instagram now because it might take like about a 20-second delay for you to see it.
Yours is already good to go.
Yep.
Hi, Savannah. How's it going?
Hey. Go to
So
chat.
I'm not joining your live.
You go and you can respond.
So great. You are joining my live. You should be. I'm gonna.
Wait, but you told me to like go live, so like I'm joining your live.
Yeah, you should be joining my live. Hold on, let me just do something really quick. Hi, everyone. We're like multi-dimensional beings right now. So let me just, you know what's so crazy is I don't know how to add you onto, I don't know how to add you live from, it says you joined. Can you maybe make a request?
Yeah,
I'm seeing like us on
go
here.
live on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not seeing that you are live on your end. So if you want to make a request, and let me just see, it's not coming through my, you know how you usually can request people?
No.
It should all be through
Like on the bottom, like it's like usually like to like request to join.
It's not showing anything.
It should be through Restream.
No, it's an Instagram thing.
Let me come out.
Mhm. What up, everyone?
Hi, everybody.
He might have to open his thing to go live on.
Well, everyone can see us on the live, so I think we are already live on everybody, on everywhere.
We're live everywhere. We're everywhere all at once. Okay, it just won't show though your people that you are going live on your end. I see. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I have so many. We're gonna be in such a loss.
I love you. It's so funny. It's saying we're having trouble loading this live video. Please try again later on Instagram, which is so weird because I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, please get in here.
Okay, Eek. So you are officially live on YouTube.
Fucking awesome.
You're live on YouTube if you look up, and I believe
We're paused on Instagram.
Okay.
Maggie! This is Icaro, by the way, the gentleman that I was talking about earlier. We can see you both. It's so weird. It's like lagging on my end, but whatever. We'll just...
Yeah, I mean,
it's not lagging from the computer.
Instagram is definitely way behind. I know, Brian. No friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just hey, Icaro, can you do me a favor? Can you copy and paste what I sent you into the chat? Because I don't have, I don't think that, or actually, let me see if I can do it. I think I can do it. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I'm on it. Welcome, everybody. The first 5 minutes of this live is just us, literally, you know. Okay.
We're both highly technical people.
Pin comment. All right, we're good. Let's dive in. So let me just say hi to some people that joined. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it doesn't show live on Insta, but he's here. So you're here in spirit, even though it doesn't show that you're going live. So yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I kind of need to keep this screen open because I can't see the comments on Instagram and I can't see them here. So maybe I'll just, maybe if you don't mind logging off and logging back on for me on this monitor. Thank you so much. I'll give some love to Joe. All right, so it's a new moon. How's everybody feeling? That's what let's get into it. Let me just take a breath from some of that energy. Can everybody hear, see okay? Everybody says that we are on it. So let's just take a nice deep breath in and let that go. Breathing in and exhaling that out. Awesome. So we are here. I never know where to look. You can see comments though, Icaro, right? You're good?
Yeah, I'm watching
right.
live. It's just we are way delayed on the Instagram, but
Pierce already donated for a reading, so I'm gonna just put Pierce for once we get to stay around Pierce because we're gonna do a little collective love, and then we are going to get into the
Also, Pierce, let us know
amazing.
where you'd like to get Pierce. Very important.
So I feel like my lovely soul here, Ikaru, doesn't even need an introduction, but I do have some new followers that have not had the lovely gift of the Ikaru presence. And so I just feel like if you'd like to introduce yourself, talk a little bit about, what it is that you do, but just get ready for a really great time. Get ready for a lot of fun and excitement and get ready to just be entertained and laugh. I mean, it's you and I. We haven't gone live in such a long time. And if you've missed us going live, can you please give some hearts, some thumbs up? Like, please, we've missed you. And I was like, I really wanted to go live with you. I said, who do I want to share this new moon energy with? And I was like, Ikaru. So, all right, introduce yourself to the people. Give them what you want.
John, hello, John. Hi, Pierce. Yeah. Hi, babes. Hi, Dwell. Yeah, Pierce. It'll be awesome to go to Breast Tap soon. So, hi everyone.
Oh my God, we also have another amazing donation from Jamie, and it was a really beautiful donation. Thank you, Jamie. So we're going to do an extended reading for anybody that donates even more than the suggested price. We are so grateful for you. And so just we already have Jamie, and I think we have another person. So we're in it, babe.
Oh, sorry. Shit. Waving back. Thank you. Okay. Hi everyone. So I'm Icaro. I was gonna say I read tarot cards, but I teach. I'm more of a teacher of tarot cards. I've done a lot of readings over my time, but right now mostly I'm focusing more on teaching. So stay tuned on my YouTube channel, on Instagram. Here and there I pop up with like some information on how you can improve your tarot readings for yourself, and how to not get scammed.
I was like, wait, we kind of do energetically scan some energy. I'm just saying,
So for you to like not get scammed, because there's a lot of tarot readers out there, which is, I love the tarot is getting popular, but at the same time it opens up the door for a lot of people to be like, he's coming back to you, or he wants conversation, and it's not about that. And we tend to like really fall into it and believe it versus like you empowering yourself. You don't have to learn how to read for yourself, but that's my perspective. I'm like, at least you know what you're getting yourself into when you're getting a tarot reading, or when you're reading for yourself anyway. So that's my intention, teaching.
I love that. I think that you really approach tarot from I know that you're not like a licensed therapist, but you really approach it from such a psychological standpoint, and I think that that is like so unique because it's just different, than just what you kind of heard. We already have 4 people in line. We have also Raquel now, so we have Pierce, Jamie, and Raquel. Just saying.
So 3.
Gotcha. 4. We just got Raquel. So we have Pierce, Jamie, Savannah. Sorry, I forgot to say Savannah because I feel like Savannah's just always here. So we got Pierce, Jamie, Savannah, and Raquel. And Jamie, let's give her a little extended reading because she really hooked us up. So we love you, Jamie. Thank you so much.
Jamie. I miss you.
Yeah. Pretty much. Okay, cool. Great. So why don't you let's start with like what you want to talk about with this new moon before I dive into the new moon, how it's affecting your sun, moon, or rising sign. I'm going to give you each all a mantra and also an invitation of how you can really engage with this new moon. But I'd love for you to just start off with what you were talking about with Taurus and the tarot. And let's start with that. Hey, Fifon.
It is a new moon because I douched today, so that's awesome. I want to talk about tarot, the Hierophant, because Hierophant is the card that represents Taurus, and new moon usually tends to be like the new energy coming in. So here we have Taurus being represented in the tarot card. Actually, it'd be fun if you guys have questions on what your sign is. Don't ask me right now because I'm not doing it.
Can you?
Reach out to me later, or actually don't. Just send me a comment.
Look at you with your boundaries. Go for it.
Don't DM me. I'm not gonna answer. So here we have the Hierophant. As you can I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but he's kind of sitting on a throne of a bull. There's a bull head right here, and there is a throne of Taurus. Taurus also in history has a lot of divine connections. Poseidon in Greek mythology turned into a Taurus. We have Oya, which is African Orisha. She's also associated with bull energy. Um, oh crap, there's so many more, and I'm forgetting all of them. Oh, Hathor, also right, Egyptian goddess, also turned into a cow and a bull. Krishna, very associated with cows and bulls as well. So
Mm.
a lot of connection with the divine when it comes to Taurus. Also when
Mm.
it comes to strength as well. Stubborn, which who the hell isn't stubborn? But Tauruses tend to be really stubborn. Also connected to the earth. But I love in this image, we have like the star and almost like a little child in the center of
Mm.
the heart chakra, of the heart space, to really represent this 5D consciousness, right? The bull in farming, for example, back in the day, they would kind of I never know what the word is, but they would kind of prepare the land for farming. So I feel like there is an energy of Taurus that's preparing the land for perhaps a 5D consciousness. This is meant to represent the enlightened self, the Buddha self, the Christ self. So I feel like this Taurus energy, if you're feeling it a little extra spiritual, um, tune into that. Um, and yeah, I feel like even though it is a very earthy and grounded energy, there seems to kind of be an opening of the crown chakra, at least in this time. So hope
I
that makes sense.
I I agree 100%. I think that it's a super new moon, which is just meaning that the moon is closer, to us than typical. However, what I really think is very special about this new moon is it does feel very spiritual, feels very crown chakra. I am a Taurus moon, so I'm really feeling this energy. And so just to like keep everybody into the flow. I loved what you said because I'm not an astrologist, but I play one on Instagram from time to time, and Insight Timer and YouTube and wherever else we're streaming right now. So I play one on social media. So just know that like if you ask me like really specific things, like we don't totally have resources for you. But just know that like that is definitely the vibes. So I'm gonna just go over each of the signs. And that was what I was actually saying. I lost my train of thought. That you said that each of these signs we all have. Can you speak into that? Because I talk about that and I
No,
just
because I'm not an astrologer, so like
no, no, no. No, but I'm just saying that like what you said, you're like, we each have all these signs in our chart. So when like there's something to be said here for everybody. That's what I mean by that. You know what I mean?
great.
Yeah. You're like, whatever, get on with it. But this new moon in Taurus, it is a renewed sense of enthusiasm. I'm not ready for the sassiness. See, it's been a hot second, so typically I'm ready for your
It takes
sass.
a little
And
bit of patience.
now I'm like, oh crap, I gotta get ready for this again. Here we go. So maybe I'm regretting this decision. Who knows? No. Every sign is in a house. Exactly. Thank you, part-time Oracle. So, new moon, this is all about enthusiasm and investment in ourself. Self-care, pulling in focus, pushing forward with the things that really matter to you. So, the whole mantra for this new moon is I move forward with clarity. That's what I think is happening. I think that May has energetically been feeling really different. I've seen people do a lot of posting of like, may this be for manifesting, more abundance, kind of thing of like these different M words that money, whatever you're calling in. But I really do feel like May is coming in hot and strong where we are really thinking about where we want to place our attention and our intention. Who's been feeling that up? Yes. Hello there, spiritually apuntada. We love you, Sasha. Hi there. Yes. Yes. So first we have Aries, which is Icaro. So basically you're just bold and sassy. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Aries do tend to be a little bit more bold. And so this is actually really affecting your self-worth this new moon and how you can own that self-worth to really show up in the world around you. So this is all about being intentional and really kind of showing others that you mean business. And so the invitation here is to level up. And so your mantra is I show up for myself. I show up for myself. That's Aries. Yep. Then we have oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Pierce. Taurus, which is hey there, Taurus. If you are any of these signs or you feel called to just put in a comment, we're here for it. Taurus, you are rediscovering the best version of yourself. during this new moon. And so the invitation would be change your story. I love that. Change your story. I think we all can benefit from that. I think that we kind of entered, I don't know if you felt like this too, 2024, like with it was like a little bit draining and exhausting for people. I don't know. Like, did you feel like that? I don't know.
I'm always exhausted. I've been exhausted for a while. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like so that's where it's like change the story, you know? If you're like somebody that's always saying like, "Oh, I'm so tired or I'm so burnt out," change the story. Take a note of this because we are in Taurus energy. So even if you're not a Taurus, you can relate. And so the mantra is I trust in my highest self. I trust in my highest self. All right, Gemini. Oh, we got some more donations too. Gemini, this is all about healing and this new moon for you and closure. Healing and closure. Love that. It's like let's close the book and let's open up a new book. That's really what this is about for you because new doors are opening. So the invitation for you, what I mean by invitation is something like spiritual homework would be release the past. Release the past. Easier said than done, but yeah. And so your mantra is when one door closes, another one opens. I know that that seems corny, but that's what was coming through when I was channeling. When one door closes, another one opens. Cancer, where my cancer's at, this is all about like networking and new connections coming into your life. And people are waiting for you. They're waiting for you. They've been waiting. So like now's your time to really show up. We got you. We got you. So put yourself out there. That is your invitation. And so I loved the mantra that came through for Cancer. I go for the glow. I go for the glow, which is so great.
Back there, I just want to go.
Yeah, can it's yeah. We're a club just be inspired over here. We have spiritual books and then a rave happening in the corner with crystals in the middle. So it's so great. And then so Leo's where my Leo's at. This energy is inviting you to take the first step. So your invitation, your spiritual homework is push forward. I love what you say about fear. I'm going to quote you, to quote my dear friend Icaro. We may never be fearless, but we can move with fear.
So deep.
It is deep, but that's really what Leo's all about for this new moon. It's like, just take the first step. And so I'm going to invite you, Leo, to finish this sentence because yours was like, ooh, we're going to give you extra homework. I step towards blank. Is it I step towards more peace? I step towards more abundance. I step towards more trust. I don't know what that looks like for you, but that is what is happening. Virgo, this is all about you maybe seeking some adventure. Maybe you're thinking about traveling. Any Virgos out there, let me know if this is resonating with you. And it's just kind of bringing in new energy that inspires you. And so your spiritual homework is try something new. I love what Joe says. He's here in the background. You say, what do you say? Like, if you want the same results, keep doing the same thing. But if you want new results, try new things. That's what it feels like for, I think all of us could take a note of that, but especially my Virgo. Danielle, I need to get back to you, by the way. I didn't get to read your message, so I just want to get back to you. So for you, my beautiful Virgos, here it goes. New ways get me new results. New ways get me new results. Virgo Nation, I love this. Yes. Sweet Cheeks 919. Thank you. Love the handle, by the way. Awesome. Libra. So all my Libras, transformation is huge for you during this new moon, and you are ready for change. You're ready for it. So your spiritual homework is what areas in your life are you really ready to shift? You know, we might have a lot of different seeds in all these different plants, but like which ones do you really want to tend to? Which ones do you actually want to water? And Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Totally get Joe. Yep, Maggie. By the way, that piece, I can't wait to follow up with you on that one. So the invitation for you, like your mantra is, I seek change. I seek change. Scorpios, where my Scorpios at? My Leonardo DiCaprio. I love him. I love that Brian said to send him your questions spiritually. Don't write him. Don't message him. Just telepathically. Scorpio. Scorpio, partnerships are huge right now. Romantic partnerships, work partnerships. It doesn't have to look like partnership in just one way, but all different levels is how this new moon is hitting you. And so your spiritual homework is believe in your power. And so your mantra is I attract. I attract. All right, Sagittarius. Oh God, this one was like, I felt bad. I was like, womp womp. And it's so funny as I say this because Kiri's joining, who's a Sagittarius. Everybody follow Kiri if you're not already. Some of these amazing souls. Yep. Sagittarius, work-life balance. Work-life balance. I was like, that's kind of like, So, but I was like, really, what does this mean? And I was getting more of like this channeling message of like, no, like really putting in the work, like feeling like accomplished in that. And so really for Sagittarius, I think it's like about sitting and trying to really think about how you can commit to like the biggest version and vision of yourself. So that's your spiritual homework is commit to the vision. And I loved this. I feel balanced as I dream. That is your mantra, Sagittarius. I feel balanced as I dream. Capricorns, this was great. I'm here for this one because right now I feel that considering that I'm on, I don't even know how many platforms, but I'm here. And please follow me on YouTube. I'm doing a plug. Follow Icaro as well. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subs. Icaro is already there. I'm trying to beat Icaro. So if we can just make it like that, that'd be great. Just for right now. Let's see. No, I'm just kidding. The Capricorns, step into the spotlight. Believe the hype. Believe the hype that people are like really like saying about you, feeling about you. Take the compliments, receive. I know as Capricorns, that's sometimes hard. And so your spiritual homework is don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. I feel like we all can get into that mantra. I'd say that's actually, I didn't even come up with a mantra for Capricorn because I think I got so excited because I'm a Capricorn. So just that's the mantra. Don't limit yourself. Aquarius, this is all about this new moon is affecting you to think bigger. And it is an invitation for you to live life on your terms, your condition. So that's your spiritual homework is like, how can I live for me? Let go of the restriction. And so your mantra is I release constriction. I release constriction. Pisces, last but not least, here we go. Dream. I can't right now with you. Pisces, dreams. It's almost like you're brainstorming your dreams to how they can turn into a reality. And they are. But this new moon is really kind of pushing you in that direction of making it tangible. Pisces represent, yes, part-time oracle. So spiritual homework here would be share your desires with people that inspire you. Share your desires with people that inspire you. I like the ring of that. I didn't even realize that kind of rhymes. So your mantra is it's safe for me to share my dreams. It's safe for me to share my dreams. We got a couple other donations. So if you want to get started, Icaro, I'm going to just kind of check out my Venmo just to make sure that I'm on the order of operations with everything, Oh, I just got this beautiful note from Joe saying that he loves me so much. I love you so much. Thank you for helping me. Okay.
Right, Chloe? Yeah. Lala, we've already done Leo. So if you want to either wait until you watch the replay or wait until we do a recap.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a recap. Which one is she wondering? I can just do it quick.
Leo. You don't see the 25 comments?
Where are the 25 comments?
On the comment fucking section, bro. Right here.
Please. Oh, I see it now. Mine might be lagging, okay?
God. The mic does not affect your vision.
It might, Icaro. I don't even know what camera to look into. I'm looking at 3 different monitors right now, okay? So the energy, okay? Just saying. I really like this angle. This angle, I'm not feeling this much. But for you, this is really about helping you to step forward and just taking that first step. Like Icaro said, we'll never be fearless, but we can move with fear. That's really how this new moon is affecting you. So I step towards and then fill in the blank. There you go. So sweet. So I don't know if I'm still right on this. I think we still have Pierce, Jamie, Sav, and Raquel. Was there anybody else that donated that somehow maybe I have to log out of my Venmo and log back in? I missed it. We also have Gina.
I have Pierce, Jamie, Savannah, Raquel, and who else?
Raquel, and now we have Gina. Thank you, Gina. And Gina, actually, we can do a little extended one for Gina as well.
So we have 5
And
people now?
we have 5 people, and both Jamie and Gina gave us above our even suggested donation price, so we can give them a little extra love. Thank you. We appreciate you. All right, so let's start off with Pierce.
Let's do it.
What is whatchamacallit? You always ask people, because I haven't gone live with you for a second, if they have a question, right? You ask people that.
Are we doing that?
I don't know.
Make it quicker. Oh, it's Gianna.
Gianna. Sorry, my loves. I don't know. I'm dyslexic, so I read that as Gina. That is my bad. Gianna is way cooler.
All right, Pierce, I've got 3 cards for you. Okay, so first one is a 10 of Swords. New moon, new rules, exactly. So we got 10 of Swords, I have the Knight of Wands, and then I have the Moon. What these 3 to me tell me that 10 of Swords, you might be in an, actually all 3 of them, they tell me that you might be going in an introspection. Bit of a moment of introspection. The 10 of Swords usually tends to talk about difficulties, challenging moments that perhaps you've gone through, and a lot of it is mental. A lot of it is either we inflate them in our minds, or they really are that heavy that they affect our minds and they just kind of drag things down. The Moon is definitely a card of introspection again, but it's also a card of illusion. So I feel like the question is, how can the fire here, this is the Knight of Wands, which is a Knight of Fire, illumination. How can we actually start seeing, as Jess kind of brought out, one of the phrases was change your story. And I'm not saying for you to deny what happened, but there seems to be a way to shift it into a constructive and optimistic point of view. Where it can help you start, either like it can help you start coming out of more of this perhaps dark cloud, and also to start seeing that, like, okay, there is actually a lesson here for me, you know. I'm not saying that you're ready to forgive, I'm not saying that you're ready to like take that whatever situation is back into your life. Perhaps that'll never happen, and that's okay. But it's just, how do we change our mentality and see that there are illusions here that we kind of put into that perspective? Hope that's making sense to you. What did you get, Jess?
So I did have to, I couldn't go back and forth with this, but the thing is, the first one I got is I share my needs. Sorry, I always don't know how to put this to the camera. I share my needs. This is from my Chakra and Animal Oracle deck. Icaro did all the graphic design, FYI. Listening, sensitivity, bat and throat chakra. I think that all of this is about, like, you're finally in the place where you want to share your needs. You're ready to move forward, and you're actually putting your sensitivity. And it's not even that it's sensitivity, but like you've just been like suppressing and like, you know, following so many, I think, other people's leads for so long that like now you're like, it's time for me to share my needs, because you're ready to bring in nourishment into your heart. Gentleness, softness. I feel like there is, like, you don't want life to feel like how it has in the past. Like, I feel like it's like I'm shifting away from the heaviness. Exactly what you said. Like, it's like the story gets to change. You don't have to, but you're realizing that you get to change it now. And that you don't want to feel like this forever. Like, this is just like, you're done. You're over it. Because the next one is I choose to know, declare, clear cognizance, tiger, and third eye. And I feel like that's also like, you know, the tiger, they love to look up at a full moon to remind them of the light, even in the dark. And I think that right now you keep going towards that light. You are like finally feeling like, I see it, I get it, I understand its brilliance, and I'm ready to feel more whole. I'm choosing to know that I'm ready to feel more whole, because you're trusting in yourself way differently than you ever had in the past. So the more that you keep kind of, you know, going into trusting yourself, the more that you're going to be able to feel free in sharing your needs and forward movement. So right now, like, I can't express this enough. Trust yourself, and you're not meant to feel how you have been feeling. Yep. He said perfection. Love it.
Thanks.
We got Jamie, and let's do an extended version for Jamie, because she was so sweet and gave us a really nice tip.
So sweet, like a cupcake.
Jamie is sweet like a cupcake. She's definitely the opposite of you in that way.
Yeah.
You're like a lemon tart.
Just bring a little
Oh.
closer.
Girl.
Like here? Like here?
Yeah.
Okay. I have tech support in the background, so I'm like, wait, what am I doing?
A little bit further away.
Like there? Okay.
All right, Jormer. Oh, for those of you that want to know, I'm also a dialect coach.
Where have you been for me? Remember, I was pronouncing fruition.
No, I'm only a dialect coach for Australians.
But I remember when I was, you're like, it's been driving me nuts. And of course, you didn't tell me, which I couldn't believe that you didn't tell me because you're
What
usually.
didn't I tell you?
You didn't tell me that I was saying the word fruition wrong for like seriously
Yes,
a
I did.
year.
You said
Did you?
fruition. Yeah, you said fruition. I said, excuse me.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a year of me saying this. Ella, lemon tarts are delicious, though. They are delicious, and that's what Icaro is. It's like it's still delicious, but it's not
Very
sweet like a cupcake.
Ooh, okay. Oh. Cards are coming undone. My tits are out. Oh, God. Ooh, Jamie. I feel like there's a lot of like illumination going on because we have the six and the sun, and these. Not that it means anything to any of you, but on the tree of life, it's right in the center, which is representative of the sun, right? So a lot of openness and illumination. So the first card that came for you is the Six of Cups, Six of Water, and there is a sense of okay. So then actually, I'm gonna jump forward a little bit. So we have Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a card of sorrow and fear and perhaps miscommunication. But I feel like this is actually linked to the past a little bit because of the Six of Cups. This isn't something that happened. I feel like there is perhaps a thing from your past that is repurposing, and it's perhaps bringing you a little bit of fear, a little bit of anger, even. Um, but the sun here is really to illuminate what it is, because you are a new person. You are evolving. It's almost like when we read, it's like you're rereading a book, but you're kind of seeing new things in that book. The sun is very much like that, and I feel like that's what's going on, because we have the Fool and the Father of Fire, which is the King of Wands, and the Fool is all about new beginnings and stepping from this lightness into, well, it's here from light to dark, but it's really about a new beginning. Really, I do feel like, everyone says like let go of the old, but I really feel like for you this really applies, because there seems to be really a reckoning. I want to use that word. Never used it in my life, but here we are. And a really new beginning for it, because the King of Wands here, actually, I read in the book that it's very abstract, but this is the heart, the shape of an atomic heart.
Oh my God, it looks like it too. That's really cool.
Like
Yeah.
opening up here. So
Yeah.
with the King of Wands, there is this sense of self-confidence, this sense of self-assuredness, and none of that, like almost like none of that self-doubt anymore. We can question ourselves, we can overthink things, and I feel like you're getting ready to defend your decisions, defend yourself even more so. But we're going through this first. We're going through this old that is being renewed, washed, renewed. You're saying, "Wow." Hope that makes sense to you, babes.
It's really good. I know what's going on with Jamie, so that's why I'm like, it's really good.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and it's just, yeah, I think that's everything. It's just you are okay. What I want to say too is that don't try to go into your heart space. Heal this. Just focus on this, and you will get into the heart space as a side effect. Does that make sense? It's like I think we're all like, I'm gonna heal my heart space, instead of being like, these are all the things that are blocking me from getting there. Focus on the blocks. The center, you'll get there anyway. So bring a sense of levity to that. All right.
Also, we got another donation. So we have, I think I left you with Gianna, but we have Margarita. I hope that I'm saying that right, and I hope that I read that right, because margaritas are awesome.
With
And
the salt
margarita,
rim?
I mean, I don't know, with the salt room, and gave us a really beautiful tip. So let's definitely, I have starred Gianna, Margarita, and then obviously Jamie. So they're just, yeah, really, really like, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you guys.
generosity. Yeah, really. Okay, so first off, Jamie,
I'm
I
gonna
think
buy
I'm gonna,
Chipotle with this money. Thank you.
what are you gonna do with this
I'm
one?
gonna buy Chipotle with this money. So thank you so much. With guac. I'm gonna
You
pay
know
for the
what's,
guac.
you're living the
Guac is
tourist
extra.
bougie
Yes,
life.
it is, motherfucker. Put it in.
I can't with you. Every time I see a Chipotle commercial, though, I do think of you. I still can't. This might be a very controversial take, but I am not a Chipotle fan. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll have to go with you. But it showed. I don't know why it showed as margarita. It is okay. So Maggie, or also margarita. We kind of feel like we're on the vibe though. I love it. So I think for you first, it's really interesting, but your mom is coming through very strongly. And I feel like it's like just she is so guiding this journey of like you just feeling taken care of. So the first thing to kind of go off of Icarus is like cleanse to clear, potential navigate. I think that take this time, just because I know what's going on, take this time to cleanse. Know your good loves. Take this time to cleanse. Take this time to just kind of declutter a lot of stuff with also within yourself, because this is solar plexus chakra, the frog. And so I think that this was really such a divine intervention of like the universe, like you really getting to now believe the story, like the universe has your back. Like I think we talk about that and the power of manifesting, but when it actually becomes something tangible, that's where we can actually see the potential and navigate. And so I think that right now it's really just saying, okay, now that I've made this thing happen, what more things can I actually continue to make happen for myself and all those around me? Like, how am I going to really own my impact? Because I got this one. My expression is unique. I think that this goes to also your Cancer energy of like, we're ready for you. We're ready for you. You are going to build a brand new audience. You're going to outreach to brand new people, and the way that you're going to do it is so on your own, and you're going to find more of your voice as you continue, obviously along the way. But it's important to know, like from the get-go, that you have something special and that you have something different to offer. So just lean into that. Lean into that. And if you ever get into like not imposter syndrome, but kind of like, was that okay? Or did I, if you start to find yourself in that space, like I'm going to invite you to take yourself out of that and really lean into how unique your message is going to come across. And I think you're going to start sharing your story more too. I think that there's going to be a level of vulnerability that is going to naturally unfold and feel organic to this. And I think that you're really going to bring in more people who are looking for this softness and this tenderness, because I nourish my heart gentle and soft, heart chakra. I feel like this is really so much about making people like, it's like I feel like you're going to make people cry and almost be vulnerable. And it's not because you're forcing it, like everybody share and whatever. It doesn't seem like that. I think that people are going to just start to feel really safe with you. And that's a gift. I think that's a gift that you already have, but it's going to now show itself in this next venture. So feel safe within yourself is the first part here, though, because then that will really start to extend, because there's power in my choices. Switch it up, do different things, switch it up, feel free with creativity. Don't like I would say, like, don't let it overwhelm you. If anything, it's like the best thing that you kind of can make this look however you want to look. And it's really important that once you actually do decide to share or do anything, that this is really important to lean into, of like, you know what, this is what intuitively feels right to me, because this is horse journey freedom, and it feels freeing, and it feels like this is the right path. So I'm going to trust in my choices, trust in your choices, trust also in what spirit is communicating with you. I also really sense that you're starting to communicate more with spirit, and that the messages and things are coming through faster. Is that correct, Jamie? Because I feel like it's only going to continue to build. And then it's like, I give myself permission. Luck is on your side here. Okay. This is truth. This is opportunity. And I think that really what this is coming down to is that the end of this result is like, oh my God, I actually really said to myself, and I gave permission to know what was best for me. And the more that I actually gave myself that permission, the more I was able to have it come into existence. And so that's really what it comes down to, is that you gave yourself permission. And so by doing that, that's where the opportunity came in through. Does that resonate, Jamie? Was that helpful? Hopefully that was helpful. I know a lot of the story, but I feel like that's just something like take this month to continue to cleanse and declutter. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, everybody loves your. Somebody said that they love your art in the background.
Yeah, Raquel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sav, we have Sav. Sav, are
Oh,
you here?
my little stuff.
By the way, we have Maggie, aka Margarita, with the salt or without the salt is the question. But I just want to say that she said that she's supporting your guacamole.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah. I said, cue the "In the Arms of the Angel."
Every time though I think of that video, or that song, I think of the video with the pet animal rescue. It's like it's totally ruined it for me.
Oh yeah, no, that song is it.
Who was Sarah McLaughlin? Is that who it was?
I think so.
I listened to Natalie Imbruglia today, and I thought of you because you were always like, "I'm torn." Like
Every time
Natalie
I can't say I'm torn, I have to say I'm Natalie Imbruglia. She's ruined that word for me. Well, speaking of words, Savannah has my favorite word, which is zenith, on her card.
I love that.
About that.
She's ruined that for me.
Yeah, I'm Natalie Imbruglia. I'm not sure. I'm torn. Nothing fine, I'm torn.
That video is intense too. Joe made me watch it, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like,
That was a
"This is
good
like a
song. That was a good
metaphor and metaphor." Yeah.
Yeah, Brian. Way before your time.
Wait, how old is Brian?
We've had this conversation. He's older than us, but not that much.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's. But you know what? What up? You're ageless. Part-time oracle.
He's a classic. All right. Savannah, Unana, we're gonna talk. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have 9 of Wands. 2 nines. Wow. Let me but I'll tell you what it means. So I talked about a mare baby. That's who he is. A mare babe. So the zenith. I love that word for some reason, but the zenith. 9 of Pentacles. And okay, I want to talk about these two together actually, because the nines talk to me. They tell me actually it's 9 o'clock right now. They have to do with what am I trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
They have to do with completion, right? So if you're, I don't really think you're feeling that heavy, to be honest with you. Perhaps you are, but I don't think so. Or at least things are about to change because 9 of Pentacles tend to be about, hey Maggie, how you doing, babes? Hey Megs and Bacon. So this one, this card here kind of resembles a hot air balloon. So I do feel like there is a sense here. Oh, I like that word closure. Yeah, because it is the end of a cycle. It is the end of like closing things in, and there can be closure, even if it's not face to face. At least it's you are like, I accept how it happened and moving on. Because as I was just pointing out the hot air balloon, there is a sense of kind of floating yourself out of it and being like, I'm gonna look out somewhere else. I'm gonna look at this this greenery, this scenery from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. Because with the 9 of Wands tends to be a card of burden, a card of heavy, a card of setting boundaries. But this one is like you've set your boundaries and you're letting it go. You know where you stand, and if they ever cross it, you're like, I'm ready to set it again. Because the 9 of Pentacles here, there is a sense of getting to the top. That's the thing, right? It's kind of getting to the top, and I feel like the baggage. It's like you go, the very cliche, I think, metaphor of like going up the mountain, right? You carrying baggage, take the baggage off, it'll be easier. But that's almost what the
What was that? Take the baggage off.
That's almost what the 9 of Pentacles talks about. Is you want to get to the top. You have ambitions, you have dreams, you have things that you want to do. You're like, I'm busy, girl. I gotta go. So with the Queen of Pentacles here, I think you have if you don't have, you were building it, at least now in this Earth season, right? With Taurus. Queen of Pentacles, to me, she tends to talk about you have a vision of who you want to become, but beyond, it's not so much about emotions. It's what you want to do. Like when you see yourself working with your hands, when you see yourself working, what are you doing, right? Um, and that's the Queen of Pentacles to me. When you see yourself working, what are you doing? Um, and you're that vision is becoming much more clear, and they're just I don't want to say that there's no time to waste because it's not like the universe or you are in a hurry, but it's like if you're slowing me down, I got no time. If you're weighing me
Mm.
down, I got no time. It's not,
Ooh.
what I mean? It's not a sense of urgency, but it's a sense of I don't want to stop. I'm walking here. I'm on a roll. I'm on that focus, that flow energy. I don't want to stop and like do side quests. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. Hoping that makes sense to you.
You're very on point. I just because it's like, you know how sometimes it's harder to read for people that you know because you're like, crap, I know what's going on in your life. Sometimes like that can happen. I don't know. That's how I feel. You're right on point, by the way. So just want to like let you know.
Spot on. Thanks, Savannah. Raquel, you're next, but then Jess is gonna do Savannah and me.
Yes, and then we also got another tip from Jasmine. Thank you, Jasmine, or another donation. So we have Gina. We're gonna do extended margarita with the salt or without the salt. Do we get the consensus of
You
what
keep
people are
asking that.
feeling
The
here?
joke is done.
It's not John. I want to know what people prefer. If you
Oh my!
prefer
Oh,
with
you were
salt or
actually
without
asking.
salt.
I thought you were still joking.
Yes. No, I'm asking. I didn't get the response yet of what do you prefer? Do you prefer? Look at you. See, what do you prefer, Ikaru? Salt or no salt?
I'm a horse. I like a salt lick. Yeah.
I love a salt. I feel like you can't not have the salt, but I mean,
Go around.
you know. Um, yeah. Okay, with. All right, there you go. So all those in favors with just, follow the lead here. Obsessed with the salt. This is why these are our people. This is why you're here. Because if you
Yeah.
weren't salt people, we don't know how we would feel about you. Yeah. So Gianna, I don't know why I kept seeing Gina. It's because I wrote it down wrong. My bad. Salt. See, these are our people. These
Everyone's so
are our people.
salty tonight.
I love it. We're getting salty. So I think right now life has opened up for you, Sav, in such a magical way that you're really appreciating things. So like everything right now seems super heightened and super focused of just like opportunity. Like everywhere it seems like there's an opportunity. And it feels like this is the swan. And throat chakra, grace, gratitude. I appreciate the beauty around me. The more that you lean into that gratitude, the more you're going to start to lean into really believing in yourself as well. I feel like that's kind of the energy to go with, that the more gratitude that you kind of share and express, the more that you're going to also then feel so validated in what you're doing. I think before it's kind of like this has always been like in the background, and it's like, been something that you've been really kind of, gently, gracefully going towards, but now it's like it's in full motion. It's like you're the swan that's like underneath. It's really important though. I'm going to invite you that to really avoid spiritual burnout. We can all get into that space. Also, hello to Eliza. Hi, my loves. There's a lot of people. If you are a spiritual teacher or a reader, please put your information here. We'd love to always shout you out. And so, yeah, I think that you're going in full speed, but it's really important to say to yourself, like, because I don't want you to lose your voice. I know it sounds funny, but like mean it like of like burnout, like that you're literally like make yourself sick, right? So it's really important to just like be very intentional with like this feels great and it's exciting. And we've all been there, especially when we kind of start off our spiritual entrepreneur journey. It's scary, it's exciting, it's all these different things, but really just think about how you can continue to have that flame be fanned and burn. That's like the thing. And I think that right here, there's still a little bit of fear, I think, and just like maybe overwhelming, like in the sense of like, can this really work? Is this really working? And so it's actually was turned upside down. So I like to read that as the motivator card. So I choose love over fear, miracles, growth, butterfly, crown chakra. So I think that this is really important that when you're working through spirit, don't ever feel like, oh, that I don't know if this resonates or, all those kind of things. I know, like after 12 sessions in a row. Exactly. So I think that like, it's really for you, to know that like spirit moves through people. And when you actually say like, I don't know if that resonates, then you're actually denying your connection with spirit. So it's really important right now to stay in this whole phase of like choosing in the love that you have of all the information and everything that you donate that will resonate. Even if it doesn't resonate in that moment, that it will. And then look at you, got the Leo card, literally you got the lion. I am the master of my domain, courage, personal power, lion, and solar plexus. It's going to be really cool because I think that there's going to be a shift that happens actually, this is like a psychic hit around your birthday where you're going to just be in so much flow and you're going to feel like you've got it down pat. I think that right now you're just, again, you're in this beautiful vibration of just like your feet are going crazy underneath water. But I think come by your birthday, you're going to have it like, this is what I'm doing. This is how much I can expect, blah, 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 blah. You're going to just be like more like, have it all articulated and planned out and scheduled, and it's going to be more of an elevated experience where you're going to be seen, you're going to be bold, like that lion energy, like that Leo energy. So that's really, I think, where you're ultimately heading. So hopefully that resonates with you, Sav. And we have Raquel. Raquel is next. Oh, Chloe, who also was so sweet and gave us a really nice tip. So we're also going to do a little extended reading for you, Chloe. So we have Gianna for extended, Margarita with salt, and then Chloe.
You're welcome, Savannah. All right, Raquel.
Raquel.
I also love this deck. It's awesome.
How many decks do you have now? Let's talk about how many decks you did have and how many do you have now?
Girl, so for you, maybe some of you don't know, but I went from 200 decks to
200? I thought it was like around 100. I didn't realize it was 200.
No, I had 200 decks.
Whoa!
And now I have
And
like
you,
25.
and you wonder where your donations went. You know where your donations are going for me? They are going straight to the vet and Pepe's eye medicine. And I say that with the most amount of love, but his eye medicine is like this big and it is so expensive. I'm like, do they make this in a bigger like packet? Like I can't keep up.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, medication. Ugh.
Yep.
I did, Raquel.
He needs to get a job. I don't know. Can we bring up Pepe just to say hi? He needs to get a job.
It's boy and Marley can. Oh yeah, you did. Did you get that one, Chloe? Oh my gosh. There is 2 decks that I bought back after I sold them, which is the Kali Oracle and the Hermetic Tarot.
Did you actually reach out to the people that bought him from you?
No,
And
no,
said,
I bought it like I bought it like from a publisher.
that would be hilarious. That would be so great. You're like, listen, I know that you bought my deck and I really appreciate your support, but like I need it back.
I know. Although it is annoying that it's like some decks are kind of doing a reprint. So some of them are being printed not on glossy paper, on like matte paper, or they're cutting out the border or something. And I'm like, that one that I sold was prettier than the one that's out now. I'm like, listen, but no, I don't want them back. I'm actually 25 is still too much. I want to get rid of more. I don't know what else to get rid of, at least not right now.
If I were to count, what's so funny is I want to say that I have about 25, but realistically, I probably have like closer to 40. And I don't even use most of them. Like I need to do a D-stash too, because I just use really my own deck. I mean, and maybe like 1 or 2 others, I don't know. I'm just not.
I have more because these 2 right here that you're kind of seeing and this one, I don't really use them. I actually use them to study because they're more historical decks. I don't really use them to read. They're more historical decks. So when
they're just for display only.
Well, when I'm looking at the history and like how the deck evolved from like 1450 to 1760 and now to 1920.
Is that when tarot started? Was 1450?
That's the oldest like complete deck that's in existence. It's a Solabusca and the Visconti Tarot.
Okay, say that 5 times fast.
They're Italian. But before that, I know there's a few others, but none of them are complete. They're just like 1 or 2 cards that you find.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Savannah's saying she's dedicated to 1 deck and 1 deck only. And honestly, the more that I'm studying like tarot and like getting deeper into it, that's the way to go. Like of course I have many decks and I love many decks, but when you have, and especially if you're reading just for yourself, even then it doesn't matter. But like having 78 pieces of art that you're looking at with different questions, with different people, with the complexity of life, that 1 deck and those 78 images will start opening themselves up to you and you will see them in different ways. So yeah, I'm becoming a bit more of a tarot Puritan where I'm kind of like just one deck and let that deck like open up and flourish before I move on.
Mhm. By the way, Jamie wants to know if you will teach a whole tarot class virtually.
I will teach a whole. Yeah, I would love to do like a tarot. I would love to do a tarot class. I was trying to do them in person recently, but they weren't really working. So I'm gonna definitely like put out.
I feel like can you just like can I be a friend and like just like be like a fly on the wall on that one because I feel like I've taken so many of your classes and they're so great, but I don't know what it is. It's like tarot just goes. It's like over my head. Like I try to like. It's like I don't know. I just can't. I just can't.
Savannah, I'm curious, which deck do you have? If you don't mind sharing the name of it, I'm
I
curious.
know that. I know that. I think I bought this deck from you, or that you didn't like this deck, the one that she's
Did
gonna
you give
say.
it to her?
No, 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 no. At least I don't remember. No, not that I think of. Yeah.
All right.
So my addiction is not decks; it's sound healing instruments
Mm.
and crystals. That's my downfall.
No, crystals. I still have some. I sold a lot of them to you, um, and I still have some, but I'm okay with that collection for now. Okay, Raquel, let's party. Oh, Pepe is incoming. We're gonna wait a little bit.
Pepe incoming soon.
Chakra deck. Which one? Is it just called Chakra deck? I think I know.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. It's I have it downstairs. I swear to God, I think I bought this from you, or I think I bought this from you. It's really weird. Yeah.
I have to see it because I don't remember having like many chakra decks. Are we going? Can we go?
Oh yeah, Raquel. Yeah, go for it.
Pepe is incoming, and I'm like, "Where's Pepe?"
Oh, yeah, whatever. We're
I
just
know that'll
flowing.
be
Yeah,
a whole side
yeah.
quest. Okay.
No, we're good. We're good. Just go for it. Yeah.
Okay, Raquel. I kind of want to say to you that like wolf spirit, just because with the fool here, there's a wolf.
That was confident.
Just because being Native American, I feel like I don't want to like be like wolf spirit, but I just see a lot of wolf energy here because with the fool and then the two dogs or the two wolves in the moon card. So whatever that means to you, if you relate to that. But what I'm really oh, you got the wolf too. Hey girl, hey, it's us.
You can't make that up. What? And I said I have to pull another card for her. Yep. So that just there you go.
Megan.
Magic is real. Magic is real, everyone.
We got the wolf, so pay attention. All right. Now so the full card when it comes to the wolf is really about the balance between construction and destruction. Because the wolf is this like gnarling energy that can destroy things. And the fool, the gasp I just gasped, okay? The shock I just shook, okay? The wow I just wowed. All right, thank you. Amazing. So
What
yeah,
was that
fool
last one?
card
The wow that I just what?
wowed. Don't question me. Okay, Raquel. So the fool here is kind of to me is hi Pepecito. See, we have a wolf right here, descendant from the wolves, and become a lapdog. That is your
You
perfect.
knew your cue, baby.
All right. So it is about right. The fool is about new beginnings, and you have this deck yourself, so you can definitely read from the book. But there is a sense of thanks, Savannah. To me, there just is a
Aw.
sense of balance and equilibrium, right? The fool wants to charge forward, and there is this thing between like destruction when it comes to the wolf. Now, I don't know if this is you mentioned the book, and for some reason that's kind of like in my mind, and I don't know if I'm putting it in the book or if I'm putting it in your reading or the reading is giving me the book. But I got the moon here, and the moon to me is really another card of introspection of like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and like kind of get in the flow and almost like channel what you're writing. Um, but I also feel like there is a sense that you, and I think every artist and every writer does this, so it's not unique to you, but I feel like you're in this sense of I have so many things to write, but you're trying to control how they come and what they say and what they do, and especially I think you're trying to control how people perceive it and view it. I was reading Big Magic, and she talks about how like once your artwork is done and out in the world, it's no longer yours. You kind of have to,
Wow.
because it's true. You have to allow the people to like have their experience with it, right?
You know what's so funny is that I met somebody who doesn't want to do art for that reason.
They want to be in control of it. Yeah,
Yeah, they're like, you know what I mean? Like and listen, everybody, that's your own thing, but yeah.
yeah. You're writing books, plural. Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, we're gonna buy all of them. We
All
got you, Raquel.
all of them. Um, so yeah,
Creating 200 and Icar will buy every single one.
yes. Because if I don't have 200 decks, I have 200 books. I
There you
got
go. I do too, I think, at
200 books,
least.
all on tarot. Yeah, you love Big Magic. Yeah, it's a really good book, honestly. Okay, so a lot of introspection, a lot of I want to say the word channeling again. Like you are definitely channeling a lot of these words, and you kind of almost have let them become what they are. And with the Father of Earth here, or King of Pentacles,
Father of mine, tell me where have you been?
love you, too, Raquel. I feel like this is actually going to establish two things. I think it's going to ground you in your work more. And I also feel like it's going to establish you as an authority in the area, in whatever area that it is that you're writing. It might place you as a bit of a someone who knows what they're talking about. So no pressure. No pressure. Let it become what it becomes.
Mhm.
But you are the creator of it. Like you are in with the construction and destruction here, you are the one that like you are in tandem with the creator. You are the creator, but you're also in tandem with the creator when it comes.
Mm.
So hope that's making sense so far. Yeah, take it away. And Gianna, you're next.
Gianna, we are got you on deck. Gianna, if you'd like to come to Lost and Found, we have found your keys to your car, the keys to unlock. Yes, I don't know. I used to do that when I was like, come on down. Come on down. The price is right for your card reading. All right. And Gianna, a star, because she gave us a little extra. Thanks,
Yeah,
loves.
I know.
Okay. I am protected, community wisdom. So the thing is that I love that you literally said I'm getting wolf energy, and then I literally pulled the wolf. So I pull as Icarus going, just like to let you know. So to make it just, that's how we flow. I really feel like whenever the wolf's energy comes through, it's knowing that you've learned the lessons that you've needed to in order to truly move forward. And this is root chakra, community, wisdom. So it's right now, I think that you're taking all of your teachings and you're making them super unique to you. And you're really thinking about how not just what you've read to now then, write and teach, but like how you're really interpreting it for you. And there's a lot of wisdom and there's a lot of new teachings and lessons that we can all benefit. So lean into your wolf pack. I think that your connection and your community is also changing. I actually feel that it might be beneficial to actually like start to meet up with other writers, to meet up with maybe, other people within this community. I think that now things are clearer for you to actually have the space to do it. And so I feel like that is like just really important to be around, not even just spiritual people, but also people that are perhaps doing some of the things that you're doing and like having that expand in not just a spiritual way. Like have them both, but like it's growing. It's awesome. And they're going to keep you going and forward. So the next is I trust the process. I trust what is ahead. I trust what is ahead. We have Explorer, Perseverance, Camel, and Sacral Chakra. Yeah, where do I go, babe? I always forget. No, that's too close, right? So I trust what is ahead. So this is a time for you to explore. I think that you obviously, congratulations. You left your, big job to now work for yourself. And right now, have fun. Think about the energy that you want to bring towards it. I think that it's time to explore some new ideas, to explore some new energy. And you can rely on the things that have been working, but it's also, I think, really about like trusting what's ahead, that there's even going to be more to create. There's even going to be more to come. And so just know that it's going to be abundant, but even in ways that are unexpected. That's what it is. It's going to be abundant in ways that are unexpected. That's my psychic prediction, especially around by your birthday. Right now, as I get to be still trusting pace. I think that though, if things like seem like they're not picking up as fast as you want it, it's okay. Trust in the pacing, because this is like the motivator card, so it's turned upside down. So to turn it right now, it's like I get to be still, trusting pace. Like it's like you've been going hard for a long time. I mean, I know that you're also a mom. Shout out, happy early shout out to all the mothers out there. By the way, hi Anna, hi beautiful soul. So, as I get to be still, it's like, I just feel like right now, it's like you're like, let your workflow work for you. Let your workflow work for you. And so if things seem stagnant, or if they seem like, a little bit, like they're not moving as, don't worry. This is a pacing that is ultimately getting you to something bigger and bolder. I feel like you're going to land with some big opportunities. Whew! Yes, get ready for it. This is Aries, totally energy. This is Ram and solar plexus attitude warrior. I feel like it's like, yeah, I like chills. Like I see you perhaps talking on stage. I don't know, but there is going to be a huge opportunity at the end of this. It's going to catapult you in a very beautiful way. So in this timing, start to think about how you are actually making even more of those connections, and more of, and more of building that community, because you're going to land on something really big, and I'm really excited for you. And I'm not just saying this. You know me, Icaro knows me. I don't just give like psychic predictions unless I'm really actually feeling it, but that's where I'm landing here. So yeah, again, expand your community, trust what is ahead, trust in the pacing, the time, and then know that there's an opportunity that's going to land big. Yes. Somebody is asking for Leo as you pull into Gianna. You got Gianna?
Oh, Leo's one to be seen today. Yes,
Leo, yeah. Really quickly, Leo, the energy of this new moon is inviting you to take the first step. Again, to quote Icaro, we're never going to be we may never be fearless, but we can move with fear. So that's your spiritual homework, is to push forward and then fill in the blank. This is your mantra. I step towards, fill in the blank. There we go.
There you go for Leo.
Gianna.
Right. Gianna, hello, welcome.
I love that name. I'm so glad that I wrote Gina and then I was corrected. Sorry about that, Gianna, but I really do like that name. It's a pretty name.
Gianna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. I like that name. Yeah.
Tis good. Tis good.
Just rolls off the tongue. Pepe, you're so here and cute and loving. We love you. Here, just see the face.
All right. So first card is the birth of light, the 3 of fire, Gianna. Talking in general, I do feel like you are going through a bit of a rebirth. Big word. Sometimes it doesn't mean anything, but is the word that kind of like applies here. And I do have the 5 of swords, and this is the card of fear as well. And then I have the tower. So you might, I don't know if you're feeling this right now, or you might get into this energy, but to me, the tower card is also called like the lightning path. And I'm seeing this back and forth, and I just felt like there's a pendulum of emotions. You might be a bit emotional.
I get so emotional, baby. Every time I think of you.
Either now or like in the near future, but it's okay. It's all part of the process. The Fool here is loving us so much today, because I got the Fool for you again. And it's all about new beginnings. I've kind of talked about it. So it's a card of new beginnings, a card of also, because of this light and dark, it is a card of back and forth before we kind of really feel ready to step forward into the new. But this back and forth energy, similar to a reading that we did a little bit earlier today, but this fear that's coming up for you is not new to you. It's like an old friend. It's familiar to you. You know it very well.
Hello.
And even the old friends they're like the harder to let go, right? Because it's like it's almost like you don't know how to be without this, or how to act away from this. But it's all about birth of light and the tower. I love the tower too, Brian. Bringing this.
The tower is so dramatic. I laughed my ass off when I met Icaro and he was teaching his class, and then he showed the tower card. He's like, it's very dramatic. I'm like, what is going on with this card? There's people flying off. I'm like, what the? Like, I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, the tower is awesome. A bit wild, but I love it.
It's so dramatic. That's what you said. You're like, it's really dramatic, and I just lost it.
I remember that. Because, Gianna, the tower is a falling away of things that don't really they weren't really stuck to begin with. Does that make sense? They weren't really
Mm.
glued or nailed down to begin with. So of course, in a tremor, they fall away. Easier said than done, but let it go when you can, because your final card is a star, and
You
actually
are a star.
they go what?
She's a star, Gianna.
Star. They go together because it's 15 and they're going to 16. Actually, the other way, 16 to 17. But the star is the healing card right after that. It's I learned this from what the hell is his name? The Yoga Merman? Who the fuck is his name? Caleb. Fuck.
I was like, who? Who are we talking about? I don't know. You know?
It was a guy from a while back. So he would talk about how this, which is true, it's Persephone, right? Persephone, she went into hell or into Hades for the winter time, and then in springtime she comes to the earth. That's why the earth becomes renewed and everything blossoms. OMG. Oh man, thank you. So there seems to be a rebirth energy. There seems to be a spring energy in your life that you're getting into. Perhaps right now you're feeling like you're still in winter. Um, let winter take its course naturally. I was reading Norse mythology, and there's a thing about talking about blizzards and snow. How it can like the blizzard seems like it destroys things, but once it starts to melt, it's really all that ice turns into water that starts watering the earth that springs into new life. Does that make sense, Gianna? So you might be in the blizzard right now, but let it melt and let it blossom into new things. Let yourself feel the feelings, let yourself feel the emotions. If they seem extreme, swing with it, okay? Because you're gonna swing back, is what I'm trying to say. So I hope that makes sense to you. Um, Jess has your other half, and Maggie, you're next.
I just like doing this now. I just like bringing the microphone. At first, it really annoyed me because I was like talking with my hands all the time, but now I'm in it. So I'm swinging this in honor of your swinging pendulum. There we go. All right. So
Mine doesn't
here we
swing;
go.
it's just right here. I hope my
Uh,
shuffling isn't bothering anybody.
so it's like so
Well,
annoying.
now bring a microphone back, fool.
Crap.
Took it away. I love doing this. Mm.
I'm trying to read for Gianna. Okay. Just
I
kidding.
read.
I can't read. It's usually my own handwriting. So there we go. But I think that this all begins with trust. She's like a podcast.
She is, Brian. She is.
I have headphones on,
Oh,
which
no.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like. They're a little like. I like my hair, the rainbow. You can still see it,
Oh,
but
she has
yeah.
like a depth background. It's a little blurry. She has a microphone that swings, apparently. She has pink headphones and hair that makes me want to go. Dun, 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 dun. Amazing.
I can't take
She's
you
a
right now.
star. She's a diva. Whatever.
I'm legit over here. Too legit to quit.
Mm.
So I love that. I love that we have other people resonating. So it's so great. But I think it really comes down to right now is that you're learning how to trust in yourself. I trust in my self-confidence, self-assurance, moose and heart chakra. Gianna, do you also have like a female energy that was maybe older that's passed on? Or just, yeah, I'm sensing that there's a lot of beautiful female angel energy around you. And they're just are guiding part of this reason, part of this reading and are here for part of this message of just trusting in yourself. I think that in the past you really struggled with this, but now you've been working this out. It's like a muscle that you have been pouring some love and healing. And I love, there's a quote that Jamie and I, we both love her, Elizabeth Winkler, which is the wound is the way. The wound is the way. And I feel like that is kind of like you've just been pouring in. You've been pouring in and pouring in. And so really now is the time to continue to trust yourself and know what's best for you. Seriously, I mean that with like full wholeheartedly, like you're learning that. So like when you get into moments where you kind of fall to the past behavior, just I would invite you to utilize this mantra. That's how I meant to create this deck when I created it, is use the mantra. I trust myself. I trust myself. Just say that over and over, because we're switching from the I don't know to I choose to know. Tiger energy, clear, cognizance, declare. And so claircognizance is that you just know that things are opening up for you. There's new opportunities, there's new visions that you've been perhaps put on the back burner, but now you're ready to kind of bring them into life. And so I choose to know is like you just have this feeling, and that's kind of what's been guiding some of this energy. So it's switched the language from I don't know to now I choose to know. And you're following that lead and you're declaring it and you're learning how to be more bold. And it's not even something that you're saying, it's something that you're energetically really tapping into. It's really important right now to enhance your spiritual practice too. I don't know if you meditate, but I would invite you to meditate. You can always check out mine or Icaru's meditations. They're actually here on our YouTube channels. Or you can download the app Insight Timer. I'm a teacher on there. It's a great app. But like right here, you have the resources. So follow myself or Icaro. And I think it's really taking time to sit with your meditation practice, creating even like a little space in your home of just like the things that inspire you and coming to that space. Yes. So, Amy, feel free. We have a couple people in line, but we could definitely put you in if you'd like. So now it's like, I trust the process. So the biggest thing here is like, it's not like just all of us have been feeling, I trust the process. The best is yet to come. It's like, it's almost like, what if you could turn the corner and everything that you wanted was right there? And right now you've been waiting for this for so long. You have been waiting for this for so long, and it's here. It's here because you've chosen to trust the process. And so that's also another one that when you're in your head and you're like, I don't know, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? I trust the process because there's been new connections, and this would have turned out differently had you really gone for it, perhaps at a different time. Seriously, this would have turned out differently if you would have gone on, like doing this at a different time. And then we got, this is peace is in my heart, duality, intimacy, orca, and heart chakra. So the thing with the whale is this is telling me that you are on a deep soul journey, and you have been, but like that's where this is leading up to. And so with that being said, it's like the whales, the orca, when they come out of the water, they see a brand new world. And so keep reaching for that world, but also honor even the disowned parts of yourself. Honor both spaces, honor the duality of where you have felt heavy, because that's part of your teaching in your heart. And that's also part of a you that is important to not dismiss and to disown. So own the disowned parts of yourself. Let me know if this is like resonating. And I love this female energy that's guiding, that's passed on. It's beautiful. And then you got my favorite card, Pepe. I love unconditionally. This is Pepe. Kindness, loyalty, dog, and heart chakra. This is all about you choosing to love yourself. This is going to be like, once everything, like you're on this journey, but really where you're landing is just that like, oh, babe, I'm so happy for you. You're finally receiving all the love that you deserve. You're really coming into it. You are receiving all the love that you deserve. And it's really, I commend you. I commend you because you've done this. And so congratulations to you. And I hope that reading helped you, Gianna. And thank you so much. Yeah, this is really cool. I mean, we're on Kick. I don't even know how to look where. I guess there's people that might be joining us from Kick. Kick is like how, I want to sometimes kick you.
Or is it really spelled Kick?
I think it's spelled Kick. Kick is when you get sassy with me and I want to kick you. That's what it is. That's the platform.
Many people do, yeah.
I feel maybe you should be on Kick and just like be like, just go with it. Maybe that's your platform.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'll figure it
I
out.
wonder if you can kick people off. You could do whatever you want on there.
I'll kick everybody off. Nobody talks to me.
So that's where you should go on Kick.
The void.
That could be your podcast on Kick. Be like, this is the streaming where you go on Kick to get kicked off. That's your tagline. Much love, babe. Thank you. Love you too. I can't.
Amazing.
Oh, we got another donation. Very sweet. Brian. I think Brian is like hilarious. He's been following us for a long time. Is that the Brian I'm thinking of? Brian is, we missed you. We need to do these more often just so that we can hang out with Brian. I swear to God.
True. We'll do a private live just for Brian.
Just for Brian. Yeah.
I love you, losers.
I thought you were going to say a private lap dance. I was like,
I mean... He's married, so I don't know how that goes.
Well, you know,
I have to
there's
rent
room.
Motel 6 class. All right. Yep, same Brian. Yeah, bitch.
Brian, you switched your handle. I've missed you. You are hilarious. I'm
You're
so
right,
stoked
Mark.
that we get to read for Brian. I love that. I love Brian.
Whatever, Brian, my new fragrance.
Forever Brian, my new fragrance. Well, if you could have a fragrance name, let's ask the people on YouTube if they're already on Kick and also on Instagram and wherever we're streaming. If you could have a fragrance, what would it be named?
Hot dog water. Hot dog water brought to you by Swamp Ass.
I can't. I gotta really think about that. I would think I would just be like really lame, and I would be like, stay inspired. Like, or, that's like lame though. Like,
Well, that's on brand. That makes sense.
like, or I would just be like high vibes or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I would love to know for the people out here.
With THC. I was trying to say CBD, but I forgot what that was, and I just remembered.
Drunken Love. That should be a fragrance.
Isn't it? Beyonce's missing out.
She should totally have her own fragrance. I feel like though, like that. I don't know if the fragrance is like her route. You know what I mean? I don't know if she would like.
She's too big for that.
She might. She might be too big for that. I don't know. She might be too big. I really need to know. I really need to know though what your fragrance would be. Everybody that's on here. Yeah. You can call it bomb water. I love that, Chloe. Yeah.
I don't know. Something bitter. Something bitter and a little salty. Ooh,
Oh my god. What is happening? I can hear that so loud. I probably am
Sorry.
talking so loud because I can't hear myself over these headphones.
I mean,
Okay.
Lord,
So we have Maggie, Margarita.
yeah, we have the
I-
Magnolia, Jasmine, Chloe, and then Brian.
Yes, that's
what
what we have so far. Yes, and I just want to say, what is it? Margaritaville. That song. I keep wanting to sing tonight. I don't know. You're making me want to sing.
That song is terrible, but yeah.
I'm gonna sing it just for you for that reason.
Or
Wasted
that,
away again in Margaritaville. Which one?
I think it's called The Piano Man. Sing us a song, oh, the Piano Man.
Oh my god, I love that. I love both of these songs. I honestly feel like I don't even know if we can be friends anymore.
Well, you say you don't like Chipotle, so I've already cut ties with you a long time ago. I'm here in presence, but not emotionally.
I'm emotionally
All right,
detached.
let's party.
Okay.
Ooh, welding. That's so cool. Holy crap. Yes.
Sweaty rust in a perfume. I actually would buy that. I actually like the smell of rust. I know that sounds weird.
No, I'm into it too. I know mine will be gasoline. Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Pungent and highly flammable. Gas. I love the smell of gasoline. That's how mine would be. Nailed it.
I actually sing us a song tonight, Mr. Piano Man. Exactly.
Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. If you guys love it, I hate that song. Okay. Next. What are we talking about? What are we doing here? What is happening?
You're reading for Maggie. Maggie's she here. Hi, other Maggie. I love you, babe. Maggie has been poor thing has just been waiting. I mean, listen, we're gonna save this live, so hopefully it will be on. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Got a piece of hair in my mouth, sorry.
So we have the Queen of Swords, the Mother of Wind. And in this case,
and extended for Maggie because she hooked us up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like in this case, I want to say, is there something you want to say? Like, what I mean by that is, Maggie, I feel like, I don't know if you write, if you are a writer, or if you're something with words, but it just feels like there is something.
I'm not trying to laugh for like something with words.
Maybe not, but there just seems to be a
like
level of expressing the self. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Fuck yes. I know that. I know that is Chloe was talking about. Okay, so yes. So again, I don't know if you're a writer, but there just seems to be an idea that you have that wants to come out. But with the devil card here coming next, it's a card of fear. I think the messages are similar. No wonder we're all together. There is a sense of fear.
Mm.
I want to bring through for some reason the energy of Saturn to you. I don't know where Saturn is
Ooh.
in your chart. I'm not an astrologer.
Play an astrologist right now. Just kidding. Ready? Go.
Yeah, I'm not an astrologer, but look where Saturn is in your chart because Saturn is the restrictor. It kind of like puts fears and doubt and like restricts us in some way. But with the card of strength is a test. It's actually like it wants to constrict you for you to go like no and then like burst open. Um, Even here with the two snakes, they seem to be coiling this person here, but you're supposed to fight back. You're not supposed to just kind of give in. You're supposed to fight back. I'm already exhausted for you, but that's
Really encouraging. We're not alone, Maggie. You're not alone.
I know that feeling.
Oh.
So words seem to be powerful to you, even if it's not writing a podcast or something to do with. Anyway, I keep saying something to do with words, but that's what I'm feeling
I love
because
that.
we're getting the Father of Earth again, and I got this for somebody, and it talks about like there's a grounding energy for you. There is the sense of um, establishing yourself as an authority figure, and that's doubled down by the Emperor energy. Because I feel like right now, with the Emperor too, the Emperor is the higher self. The Emperor is the higher self, yourself with self confidence. Say self 10 times more. Jesus Christ.
That's the other fragrance, self.
But that's the Emperor energy. So whatever it is with the Queen of Swords, and whatever it is with doubt, like do it even with doubt. Like even if you don't love it, at least like I'm saying, even if you don't love what you're writing, for example, still do it. You can always like perfect it later, but it's not even no, forget that word perfection. It's not about that at all. It's about actually letting that go. To me, I'm getting the energy of like, just do it. There is something that wants to come out of you. Just do it. Just start putting it out there. Don't keep it hidden to yourself. I feel perhaps you also write on your journal and you keep it. I mean, unless it's personal, right? Don't put your shit out there. But I'm saying create your art and put it out there. It will bring out some self-confidence within you. It will bring out a sense of self. It will bring out the sense of like, oh my God, I'm actually like doing this and I can do this and it's okay to do this. And these fears and these constrictions will start to fall away. They want you to fight back. So I hope that's making sense to you. But yeah, don't silence yourself just because you were before. Um, those voices aren't yours anymore, right? So we get to reparent ourselves, and we get to say, "Hey, little girl, within you, you get to speak your voice. You're safe with me, right? We are the adults. We become the adults that our child self was be safe with."
Yeah.
So then when you do have something to say, don't become the old parent that said, nah, that doesn't make any sense. Become the new parent that says, fuck yes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put this on the fridge, and kids do
Yeah.
arts and put it on the fridge.
Yeah.
Do that, Maggie. Reparent yourself. Hope that makes sense. Much love to you. Jasmine, you're next, and Maggie, Jess has your second half.
So one thing I want to say is that I've realized that I have a new perfume. It's called Anxiety. I'd love to know how that smells.
With that one, the first round. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm like, that's it right there. What does anxiety smell like? Oh, I'm wearing it right now.
Yeah.
Are you an anxious person? I actually am. I'm wearing Anxiety. All right, so
Mine would
Maggie,
be clinical depression.
Maggie, I don't know if you happen to have a like a male energy that's passed on, but they are totally around you and surrounding part of this reading. So please leave here in the comments if you do. I rebirth counsel inspiration. I do know that Maggie is recently a new business owner. So congratulations. I don't know if you can shout out your business, but we'd love to support you. We're all about community here. The leopard and the shamanic, rituals, it's really used to eat up all the fears. And so I think that really what's happening right now is that you have, it's like what I keep seeing always when this card comes through, but especially for you, is like a pot, right? Like a pot that just has the soil and you've planted the seeds and you're just like waiting. You're just like waiting and waiting and waiting for it to just come up and bloom. And the thing with the leopard is that they show their spots when they really want to be seen. And so this is such a big thing for you because I think that you're rebirthing even what you are doing in the sense of that there's new inspiration. You're doing new studies, new things, like all this stuff is like starting to come together for you in a very different way of how you maybe have even approached it in the past. And it's exciting and it's inspiring for you. So allow yourself to go against the grain. Allow yourself to really let yourself be seen and to take in on that inspiration. And also, I love this male energy that's around you. And I seek clarity, focus, observation. So I think what's happening right now is it's like with the hawk's energy, they fly around. And this is crown chakra. So in your head, you've been toying with this for a long time. You've been like, in this flow of like what this is going to look like. And now you're ready to kind of swoop in and really you're seeing things from just such a focused lens. That's the key right here, Maggie, is to continue to just focus in. Like when things start to like expand, just come back in, get that clarity, get that laser eye, just focused in on really what is the expansion? What can it really look like? Because you've observed a lot, you've been through a lot, but you've observed a lot and you've gained a lot of experience through what you have done. Does that make sense? And so now it's time to expand some of those teachings and the way that you do it. And it's because I deserve joy, infinite sweetness, hummingbird, and crown chakra. I love this. Again, this is like that male energy. I don't know who's passed on that's a male that maybe you were close to, but they are so part of this. And so I think that it's like things are meant to feel lighter. I think that you've loved what you have done and what you continue to do, but I think that this is such a beautiful opportunity for the pacing and the flow of your life to just feel more joyful. You're chasing the joy. That's what it is that you're inspired here to start chasing the joy. And it's so interesting because it is requiring a different level of strength from you. The thing with the hummingbird is that they're one of the smallest birds, but they can travel for over 500 miles. And when they actually drink the nectar, when they're flapping their wings are actually going in the pattern of an infinity sign. So it's infinite for you and you're feeling that expansion and you're feeling that energy. And it's really important to also to share your needs, listening, sensitivity. Like this is a time for you to, I think kind of like what Icaro said of like, just share your needs. Don't be scared to put it out there. The bat is an excellent communicator. So the way that you're going to put this out there, people are going to listen to it because you're free to move forward. You're free to do things differently now. And this is the alligator, root chakra, authenticity, knowledge. I really feel called to say this to you. Your authenticity is your currency. Your authenticity is your currency. As long as it's real for you, Maggie, it's going to be real for other people too. They're going to feel that. It's like that quote's coming through right now, Maya Angelou, that's like, and I'm not saying 100% correctly, but people won't remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel. You leave people feeling a certain way that's very unique to you. And so you're free. You are like doing things just differently than you have in the past. And it's really exciting because at the end of the day, I rejuvenate self-love, purity, peacock, and crown chakra because I see where your life is going. And I think that where your life is going is just this space where it's like, I'm taking a vacation. I'm taking a rest. I get to like just be in my own flow. And like, it feels so rejuvenating. And I don't know if you've had those moments. I feel like you've been a caretaker, not even just with your work, but it feels like just in your life, you've had to just like take care of yourself and other people, but especially like other people and close ones and friends. And I just feel like now is a time where this is all leading up to like ultimately you knowing that it's time to take care of Maggie. So I hope that serves you well. And I hope to see you in Margaritaville.
I've realized I also make people feel something, but thank God there's a cream for that. So I'm off the hook.
I'm looking over at Joe because I'm just like, what is going on here? I can't. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, Jasmine, are you here? Shout out to Jasmine. Jasmine does some amazing stuff on Instagram. Please follow this beautiful soul if you're not. She's getting so inspired over here with all of these different things. All of that was spot on. We love you, Maggie.
Awesome.
Maggie, how did you connect with us? It's like I feel like you're like my new favorite. Like I feel like I've just been connecting with you and you've just been the sweetest soul ever. So I just want to know how you ended up connecting.
We apparently we attract psychologists. We have some therapists in the room.
Oh, your uncle. Much love. Yeah. Yeah. Very nurturing energy. Very like soft, nurturing energy from your uncle in a good way.
That's great.
Funny, but like also like just calm. I don't know if there was a diagnosis, but that's kind of what it feels like. Yeah. Jasmine Ageless Living. Everybody follow Jasmine. Seriously, amazing. I don't know who's following us on YouTube. How do I see who's following us in here? Wow, that's so cool.
You can tell
Oh, we've got. Is it a? What would you say,
Q&A.
babe? What is it? Here, you want me to pass you the mic?
them.
Now that I'm so into it.
Right now, we've got about cumulative 20 people tuned in across all the platforms, including Ikaru's YouTube, Jess's
exciting.
YouTube, Kick, Facebook. This is glorious. Thank
And
you.
we had like 21 on just Instagram alone.
This is so much fun.
Did your uncle, did he have like a diagnosis? Is that how he ascended? Just curious. All right. Jasmine.
All right, Jasmine.
I love Jasmine.
Yeah.
She's a great soul.
So I feel like, Jasmine, for you, there seems to be a sense of balance because there's two knights, one of water, one of fire, and then right in the center, I have the garden, which is the Seven of Pentacles, the garden. So they kind of came like this. So we have water and fire, right? Seemingly opposites across all the internets, all the interwebs. We are cyber now. Oh, wow. Okay. Joe and Maggie connecting. Love it.
Oh, that's actually me. I'm on Joe's account. I realized that now.
Oh, that's you. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What does that mean? So the garden is in the center is, I feel like you've been really patient. The garden is a card of like you've been watering, you've been planting, you've been tending to your garden. The garden being, of course, your life, your business, things that you want to come to fruition. You want them to grow, to blossom, to bear fruit. You've been quite patient, I feel like. Not to be discouraging. I mean, I only pulled 3 cards, so it's not like we're getting a whole story. But these 3 cards don't say much about like it's gonna happen like soon. But with the Knight of Cups,
You're spot on, by the way. Just because Jasmine is Jasmine's what a client of mine, and I love her. Yeah.
awesome. So with the Knight of Cups here is actually I do love this image. How it almost looks a bit angelic, right? And there's all this rainbow energy in the center. So to me, this card particularly is saying I don't know if you do energy work, Jasmine, but it just feels like if you want to do energy work or receive it or vice versa, or both, there seems to be an energy of that. Also, I feel like with the Knight of Fire, you've been doing. Keep doing, but I also feel like make time, balance, make equal time for sitting in meditation. You know what I mean? Like taking care of your energy. Um, I feel like I don't know if you have a deck of your own or cards of your own. You don't have to if you don't want to. But what I'm trying to say is, to me, when I sit and pull my cards and I journal, to me that's very meditative, right? Beyond just sitting there and like feeling the energy of meditation. When I'm pulling cards and I'm writing and journaling, that's very meditative to me as well.
And then, of course, the traditional sit crisscross meditation style, um, and really tapping into your energy. Also, when you are meditating, and even if you see signs out in your life, and you like, was that a sign? I'm not sure. Take that as a sign and write. Even if it makes no sense to you, journal about them, because I feel like after a little while, these signs will start making sense. But anyway, it is happening for you. It is happening for you. You're doing it. You're really watering the garden. I just feel like you've been doing this exterior um, work. There also needs to be some interior work. All right. So I hope that's making sense to you so far. Thanks so much. Jess has your second half, and Chloe, you're after.
Listen, I wish I looked like Jasmine. She's like so beautiful. Not gonna
She's
lie. Like
gorgeous.
I'm like,
She's
she's
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Is
She's
she a
gorgeous.
California hot girl?
She is. Well, she's like Florida. I don't even know what is your. I don't know if you feel called to share, Jasmine, but like you're. She's just beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So first, I got this card for you, Jasmine. I have all the resources I need: self-sufficient, reliant raccoon, and solar plexus chakra. So this is really saying that you got this. You have everything that you need. And it's interesting because you're learning how to have everything that you need in hard times and also in light times. It's like you're finding, it's really interesting, but you're finding how to stay inspired and motivated in the heavy and in the less heavy, which is really quite profound. It's like both places are inspiring you in different ways because you really do have everything that you need in order to move forward, because the solar plexus chakra, that is transformation. Not transformation, I'm sorry, it's actually action. Below that, which is like the next card, is the sacral chakra. So it's like this is the transformation, this is the action. So right now, things are going to start to speed up, things are going to start to move forward. But what I would really invite you is just to use this mantra: I have all the resources that I need. And it's really important for you to find the inspiration in both of those times, because it's really easy for us to be inspired when everything is going well, but you're really finding that in that space. Then I got this: I trust what is ahead, explore, perseverance. I feel like it's opening yourself up to pleasure again. It's letting yourself just like really just be like, wow, like I'm ready to like feel joy and trust that there's more of that coming. There's more pleasure. There's more experiences to be had. There's more connections. There's more creativity. There's new beginnings. And so it's, I trust what is ahead. So when you get stuck in what you're currently experiencing, because I do know a little bit of your story. I don't know it, but you know, in the sense of what you shared with me in sessions, that like this is your time to like to just explore. Like I think it's like not right now, but like as things progress and you kind of start to move forward, because that's happening, is that like let yourself that experience, give yourself that gift. That is the gift that is in this. The gift that is in this is like you loving yourself that much more and you seeking that pleasure more, more, more. Exactly. I rejuvenate self-love, because I was about to say, I'm like, you're really learning how to love yourself. That's really what this is about. This isn't even about anybody else. This is coming down to, I mean, yes, there are other people involved, but this is like, I rejuvenate, self-love, purify. You're purifying, you're cleansing, and you're like, again, you're just like, listen, I'm choosing to love me. I'm choosing to love me. And by that, you're actually helping other people choose to love themselves too. Because we got Peacock, Crown Chakra. This is from my deck. I have to give a shout out to my deck, and also Icaro, who graphically designed the deck. I'm going to be hopefully ordering more soon. So I'm excited. Oh, look at you have my deck. I love it. So I feel like the more that you actually love yourself and you pour into that, you're giving people permission to do the same. Because I stand in my power. So boundaries, authority, and I'm woke. Pay attention to your intuition. Your intuition right now, you're building it, you're cultivating it, and you're finding it to be, where do I use my like intuition for discernment? How can I follow it? How can I trust in it? And how can that allow me to stand in my power? So I love this for you, because I think that that's really what it comes down to, is that there's certain boundaries that might even be set in the future that aren't being set right now, and they don't have to be, but listen to your intuition as you start to do more of this. So I hope that that serves you well, Jasmine, and I love you. And I can't wait to connect with you right before the full moon. I think I may have said that. I don't know if I did, but I get to connect with Jasmine right before the full moon. Yeah.
Chloe.
We have Chloe and Brian.
Yeah.
And if anybody else wants a reading, this is your time to announce it, or else we will end with Brian. Yes.
Mia. What are we doing?
Get it together. Also, Chloe, give a shout out to Chloe of Extra Love because she gave us a tip. Hopefully that served you well, Jasmine. Oh, I forgot to read. I'm the happy ending. Of course you are, Brian. You are the happy ending.
Yeah,
I've been networking. I'm an anxious person, so I'm leaning in. Came across Love Chat with Nat and saw you followed her, and I practice Reiki work with crystals. Oh wow, I love that. Listen, who knows? You might end up doing it. So just saying. But yeah, we're sending you so much love. I'm going to tell you this too. Anxiety is clairvoyance acting in the most negative way. Try to just keep that in mind for yourself. And you can also get the perfume that Icaro, I think you make spray. So I would feel like I'm just going to ask you to create a spray. We can go like have some like, the sense of like production value of just anxiety. And then I'd love to see the logo that you would create for that.
Amy, if you do want a reading, the donations not links, but like the tags are on a pinned on Instagram. So send a donation. We're gonna see your name pop up, and then we're gonna put you in the list.
I love the part-time oracle, so that I'm super clairvoyant. I love that. It's true. So true.
I like that.
I think that actually that like it's also a thing. Like, I mean, in the sense of that, like anxiety is feeling the feels. You know what I mean? Like it's not just it's feeling everything. So I love that it's like, yeah, that is a clairvoyant skill.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's work with more people with anxiety. I'm ready to work with you, Maggie. Let's do it.
All right.
I'll never forget. I just have to share this one really quick story. I'll never forget when Pepe was a little bit younger, that when I first took him to like this vet that I saw for many years, they were like, so everything seems to be great with your dog. They're like, but we're going to hand you a pamphlet. And it was like separation anxiety and like basically how I've just instilled so much anxiety onto my dog. So I just was like, is this woman coming for me right now? Like, what's happening? Like, I thought I was here to see the vet, not to have like my own therapy session,
Smother is mother with an S in the front, is all I'm saying. Okay.
Mother is mother. I'm sure our moms would love to hear that. We love you, Mom.
There is a terrible movie with Diane Keaton called Smother. No. Is it? No, it's not Diane Keaton. It's Jane Fonda and Jennifer Lopez. That's called Smother.
No, it's called Mother-in-Law.
Smother-in-law.
Or it's like, no, it's something else.
I'm questioning.
God.
It's Smother.
Vet judgment. Exactly, Brian. Vet judgment. I'm going to start protesting against vet judgment. I'm so over it.
Exactly.
Did you get a new tattoo, or just haven't seen you in a while that I forgot about your butterfly?
I haven't gotten any new tattoos.
It's so beautiful. But by the way, there was one point where Icaro and I, in our own fantasy mind, that our tattoo artists were our boyfriend.
We crushed
on our boyfriends. He had one boyfriend, I had the other. They shared the space together upstairs, and so we were like, we're gonna go see our boyfriends, aka get tattooed. But yeah,
monster-in-law is what they're saying.
That's what it is, monster.
There is a movie called Smother. I think around the same.
Who knows this movie Smother? I've never heard this before. Who knows this movie?
I know everything. The cards told me, so it's true. Watch me be 100% wrong, and I'm just backing it up because I've gone too far, and I need to defend my mistake.
I feel like I need to Google this right now. Well, we do have Joe here. Joe, could you look up to see if there's a movie called Smother? Would you mind? Joe is hooking it up with tech. He's doing such an amazing job. So let's all give it up to Joe.
There we go.
If you're not following JS Photo Official, what are you doing with your life?
Joe, could you also order me a couple of hot dogs and some blue pills?
2021 to 2023.
Huh?
It's a TV series. From
TV series.
2021 to 2023.
From 2021 to 2023.
And there's a movie in 2008.
And there was a movie in 2008. Who was in the movie?
Chloe, I'm fulfilling the gaslight part of gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
I love that it was gaslight. It was like we started off with gaslight. Wait, it was like in order. You know what I mean? Like for
Liv
the
Tyler was in it.
Liv Tyler was in it.
Oh, she is so beautiful.
I miss her.
Yeah.
What happened to
I'm
Liv
on the
Tyler?
hot dogs.
Huh?
I'm on it on the hot dog.
He's on the hot
training
dogs.
of this podcast.
Thank you. Yeah, some hot dogs and some blue pills. That'd be great. I feel like Brian.
What is
I feel like Brian's flirting with us. He just said, "You know the movie's mother if you visited more often." Ooh,
Well, where are you? I think he's in Cali, right?
filthy and sexual.
That's another name of another cologne. That's another part of your series. Filthy and sexual.
Filthy stank ass. Yes.
No, I like filthy
Brought
and
to you by
sexual.
Rancid. Yes.
Wasn't that a band? Rancid? That was a band, right?
Was it?
Yeah. I hope that we're entertaining. These poor people were like, can you give us our reading already? And yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're not that important.
Wait, Minnesota? Is that MN? That's Minnesota, right?
Sure. Sure. Okay.
I know geography. It's fine.
I'm gonna go card by card with Chloe because I feel like I'm having a hard time putting together a whole story for some reason.
If you're having a hard time, I can also fill in some gaps. I'll start filling the cards.
Okay, so we have the mother of Hwind.
What was that? One more time.
What I'm seeing with this card is that like this image itself is really abstract, right? There seems to kind of just be colors and a lot of movement in it, which is great. But I'm getting the Empress next to it, and she seems more clear, right? We can clearly see a person here. We see that the painting is more defined. So perhaps what I'm feeling is that there is a sense of I'm not sure if your ideas are kind of floating around and you're not sure which one to grab and like pull down into form, because that's what the Empress is. She brings things into form, right? The Empress can be about birth. So how do we form this thing and give birth to it? I'm getting the Lovers card coming up next. Actually, I want to show you the next three. Just the Lovers. I have the Eight of Cups and then the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords in this deck, they call it recognition, and I find that interesting because it's not really so much about the heartbreak that we see on the Three of Swords in general. But what I am actually, now that I say heartbreak, what I'm kind of getting a sense of is that there has been some heartbreaks in the past that has caused you self-doubt, right? And I feel like that self-doubt is perhaps preventing you from being like, hey, I'm creative. I have all these ideas and I can bring them all down into form and creation. Also with the Lovers, I want to say to you, I also heard this at the book Big Magic, but she said that creation is a gift to the creator. Now,
Oh, I love that. I need to read this book.
it's a great book. It's by the one that wrote Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh God, what's her name? Crap.
Gilbert.
Yeah. Can I borrow it from you next time I see you?
I rented it from the public library.
Oh, okay. Actually, there's a public library down the street. There you go.
Yeah, because she's thrifty. So she's getting like free books and shit. Okay, so yeah, but when she says creation is a gift to the creator, is not to creator God, which sure, but it's you, the creator. You are the creator. You created this creation, so it's a gift to you because you have it. So just like pour it out, let it out, and then it's like, oh shit, I made this. It was in my head, in my hands, and now it's out, and it's awesome. So it's really a gift to you versus a gift to other people. It's not about other people, right? Because we talked about this earlier, and even Jess said that like there's somebody who doesn't want to be an artist because they're afraid that like they don't want to lose control.
Yeah, they don't want to have somebody else interpret their art differently, or
Exactly.
and it's also like it was coming from a place of like they're like that they were scared. You know what I mean? Like with that, if like what they were. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course. And it is a great book, Jamie. I agree. It is a good book.
Michael
It's
Ray.
not like super self-helpy, which gets annoying sometimes. It's actually like a good. She writes well. Um,
It's not super self-helpy. I love that. That's actually a really great way to sell that book. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that. Yeah.
yeah, because a lot of self-help books are they're boring. They're like, you're not saying anything. Shut up. Leave me alone.
You're like, you love yourself before you tell me to.
Exactly. So, Chloe, with the lovers here, I talked about it being a gift to yourself because with the lovers here is a sense of union. I feel like with this abstraction and this floating around, this fear of not really doing anything, it actually creates, even though it's in your head and in you, it feels actually a bigger separation because it's not flowing. But once it flows, there is this unity that happens like within the self. So then with the Eight of Water, they call it here still waters, but really the Eight of Cups is about it's funny how it's still waters, but it's kind of really about moving forward. um Actually that's why it's still waters, in the flow. It's not I keep repeating it, but it's like you're not in the flow right now because you're not allowing it to happen. You're not allowing it to kind of come out of you and kind of be out in the world. Because of perhaps like past stories that people told you, but it sucks that people's stories, it's their stories, but we don't understand that. And then
Mm,
we like take it in and go, that's my story now because someone said
yep.
that doesn't make sense. So that sucks. So I don't like it. They don't
Mm,
like it. And that's what they said, but we take it in and we go, oh, I don't want to like it anymore. There seems to be a release of those old words that were told to you. And you
mm,
get to like heal it by creating. You get to like gift that to yourself. You deserve it. Don't wait for gifts from others. Um,
mm,
you gift it to yourself by actually doing it and creating it in your own pace. I'm not telling you to rush. Okay, none of this is in the deadline. Deadlines are created just by us, and they are nonsensical. So hope that
mm.
makes sense to you. And Brian, you're our last.
I just have to state that that reading really served me too.
Yeah.
Because it's really funny, but I'll just say this, like, as a person that, has created, I've always created for myself. Like, I know it sounds selfish, but like, that's like given me the courage to put myself out there is by creating just for myself. And however it lands and however it resonates might be really different. It might hit differently for people. Um, but yeah, like I have to say that that's been probably my biggest lesson is letting go of perfectionism and letting go of just creating for validation from others, which is such a imbalance in the heart chakra, Like I remember I was on a webinar with David G. It was a really great course that he was teaching about the chakras. And when we came to the heart chakra, I was like, I got this on lock. I am so like loving and I am so like caring. And then at the end of that class, I was like in tears, not because like it was bad. He actually said, be gentle with yourself. Hi, welcome, Nicole. Where are you joining from? Um, and I really just was like, oh my God, I am not in my heart chakra. I'm just people pleasing, disguising it as, you know what I mean? Being so heart centered. Yeah. So I love that you said that. And also when you brought up Heartbreaker, I did think, I don't know why my brain is so musical tonight. Hi there, Kelly House Hawaii. Did you get your crystals yet? Um, the reason I share this is because I thought of the Mariah Carey video. Heartbreak, you got the best, or Heartbreaker, you got the best of me. It was like when Mariah Carey was like making a comeback in the early 2000s and her outfit was like so 2000s. I feel like, yeah.
No.
Um, this makes so much sense. I think that this is like how I'm reading this for you, Chloe, is that this underlining energy is that you're cleansing and you're clearing a lot. Frog, potential, navigate, solar plexus. You're cleansing a lot within the beliefs that you've kept limited for yourself for a really long time. Also, do you have an animal that's passed on? Just curious. And so I really feel like this is the potential for you to like you're cleansing a lot of these limiting beliefs because you realize that they've been put on from you. I'm not saying that you haven't had other people put on some limiting beliefs, but the ones that you're really cleansing, you're like, this isn't even like Ikaru said, this isn't even my story. This is like, or this is my story that I've made up that I don't need to continue to carry because I'm ready to step into my navigation. It almost feels like there's a line in the sand and you've been on one side and the other. And then now you're ready to pick up your foot from the other side and plant it to where it is that really does come into your potential and your navigation. The thing with the frog is that it's a reminder of that we have so much in us physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But the other part that I'm getting here is that we see the frog in both the land and the water, but they're more potent and we see their energy after the rain has come. And so I think that right now it's like I can see clearly now the rain's gone. Like that's really what it is that like you've cleared your own rain. There's perhaps been a cloud around you that's just been limitations. And I feel like those limitations have been very real. I don't feel like they are, something that, they're like these made up stories. They're coming from a real place, but now you're realizing that you don't need them to be real anymore. Ah, oh, you're so sweet. It was so cool to ship to Hawaii. You're my second person that I got to ship to Hawaii, and I was really excited about that. And this is really now, hi there, everybody follow the relationship boss if you're not already. This is actually Jamie's daughter. How special is that? And if you're not finding if you're not finding Awaken with Jamie, yeah. Not a recent animal death. No, it doesn't have to be recent, but my family dog, yeah. That dog is with you, by the way, my loves. That dog loved you very much. Oh, getting emotional. Sorry. I give myself permission, truth, opportunity. This is really how to kind of move forward in all this energy is to just remember that you know what's best for you. You know what's best for you, Chloe. It's not about seeking that outside validation. It's not about listening to even what other people think. You're really starting to follow your own lead and you're getting more confident in that by trusting in your choices because now there's power in my choices, journey, freedom, horse, and heart chakra. It just feels like a big release. It feels like you've just taken a breathwork class and it's like at that part of the class where like everybody's screaming. You're like, ah, like it feels like you're ready for like that moment. And that moment is here for you. And so I just feel like keep trusting in your choices that help you to feel that sense of real cathartic release. Not just like, all right, I'm going to like go release and have fun with my friends or whatever, but like that deep release that's been in your heart. Like it's moving from the solar plexus coming into the throat chakra of being able to speak it, knowing it also like not even speaking it, but knowing it in your mind, in your thoughts, and just like letting that sense just be free and being really tender to yourself. This is like where I'd say that, Ikaru, if you could like listen up of being more tender with me. No, I'm just kidding. But I am gentle with my voice, communication, tenderness. It's so funny because I've literally had this discussion with Ikaru where I'm like, I just like feel like, and he's like, do you want me to be honest? Like, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm gentle with my voice. Like the fact that you've come here, I want to congratulate you. This is cow, throat chakra, communication, tenderness. Like the fact, like what I would really say is because like in the Indian culture, right? They honor the cow. And it's like this is like you honoring all the thoughts that's taken you to get to this point. Keep them sacred. And so when you are in this space, just be like, is this a sacred thought? Is this a thought that I would bless? Or is this a thought that perhaps is not being gentle? It's not being kind, right? Like you're moving through some of that unkind inner dialogue from the stories the limiting beliefs that you place in yourself, given your circumstances. So again, they're very real. Because your next one it's flipped upside down, but it's I will overcome, elephant, resilience, connection, and root chakra. You're building a new foundation. And so I think because you don't know exactly what that new foundation looks like yet, you're kind of like at this like, how do I trust it? But just know you're going to overcome that. And that this new foundation is going to feel so concrete. I see this quite often that it's like build your house on concrete versus sand, right? So this is the invitation for you to like know that the foundation that you are having all of this healing, all of this journey coming with, it's being built from a really solid place that your strength is going to just soar through the roof. It's going to just soar. And then I shed to grow. And this is also upside down. So motivator. Believes, healing, snake, and root chakra. This to me goes so along within this card. Where we end is where we started, right? And so I feel like this is about what I would invite you, some spiritual homework for you, Chloe, is to really come up with like, what is your new belief system? What are some new beliefs that you're going to have about yourself that you can share? Right now, I'm going to put you on the spot. Icaro knows that I do this all the time. Like with like when I teach like Reiki and workshops, I put people on the spot because that's what my mentors and teachers have done with me. But I also believe that it's sometimes helpful. So if you don't even want to share it publicly, you can direct message me. But I love to know like what belief, and I would love to hear from everybody, you know, from in wherever we are, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like what's one belief that you are going to really have for yourself right now because you've shed so much and that skin is ready. It's the new skin's already there. It's just now like that last layer of it just like leaving the snake. That's where you're at right now. It's like the new skin has arrived, you're here, and that last layer is just like about to come through. And that's where I think that that's the key, is coming up with the new belief system that you're going to really carry deep within yourself and how you feel about yourself and how you also feel like you get to connect with that energy all around you. Does that make sense? I hope that that served you well, Chloe. All right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I got a new subscriber to my channel. Thank you. Everybody, if you're not following me on YouTube, please do so. Again, I'm trying to outbeat Icaro. I'm not even trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'm just trying to beat Icaro next time. But I am trying to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. So if you can, it's just be inspired. You know what's so funny is that somebody asked me, they're like, well, what's your YouTube channel? I'm like, I don't know. And then I realized, oh my God, it's my name. How awesome am I?
You're at a Wawa. Can you get me a sub, please?
Oh my God, wait, what do we like from Wawa, Joe? There's a couple things that Joe's introduced.
Potato. What is it? A mashed potato bowl with chicken tenders.
You like, what do you like?
I like the coffees from Wawa.
You like the coffees, but we also have like the nuggets, but then there's also something else that you introduced me to with the cream cheese. The jalapeno poppers really good, but then there was something with cream cheese, like pretzel. Those were good too.
Oh yeah.
This is before. This was before I found out that I have a gluten intolerance. So now I'm like, whatever. I did find a gluten-free pasta substitute that's not the same, but it makes me happy. So that's good. We love you, Chloe. Come back, baby. Come back. Baby, come back. Oh, we got another donation. Hi there, be blissfully balanced, Maria. Jamie paid for a reading for Christina, for her daughter, the relationship boss, who we love so much, and everybody follow. So we'll, Brian, we're not leaving with you at the happy ending. We have one more. Yeah.
Who is it?
It's for the relationship boss, Christina, but it is, but Jamie treated her and tipped us a little extra as well.
Thank you.
So the relationship boss.
No,
Chris,
Wawa started in New Jersey, I think, Brian. So it's a more.
So Chloe said that she's in Tampa, so it's going to get cold by the time it would reach us. You have the best mom, Christina. We love her. And you also have the best daughter, Jamie. So it's a two-way street there.
Hello, Jamie's daughter. How are you?
You know what I miss? If I were to say one thing that I really miss, because my mom ate it when she was pregnant with me. So like I grew up with it, but I know people are going to judge me right now. And you know what? I don't care. Is White Castle like live, like not like in the frozen?
Oh, I never had it live.
Oh God. My mom, true story, she brought home like 50. Her and Jay.
Brian, that's hilarious. Yeah.
And they put them on the plane and they brought them home, and then we ended up freezing them, but it was like I was like, I remember that moment. Like I remember like where I was. I remember eating them, microwaving them. Yeah.
Amazing. Making memories.
You know what? I agree. And I believe, because I was born in New Jersey. Okay, Brian. So I personally believe that all good things come from New Jersey. It's a good portal. I'm just saying. Iconic. Who put iconic behavior? That's another cologne or fragrance. Or maybe that's a cologne. We haven't even thought about colognes, you know? I could imagine it could be like It's iconic, 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 iconic. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like it would have like a whole, it would have a whole Vogue moment. Iconic, iconic. Yes. I'm gonna do I actually like love to dance. I'm gonna do a dance video because Joe created a disco song for me. That's like for Just Be Inspired. That is hilarious. But I really properly need somebody to film it.
I
I'm
love
gonna film
disco
it in music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love disco, so I'm in.
Yeah. Where else are you forbidden for pump? You're forbidden. You can't pump your own gas in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah, it's
No.
illegal.
Are you serious? You know why? Because it's iconic. Iconic.
Run it back. Love it.
Oh my god. I feel nervous to read for Brian. I haven't read from him in a hot second.
So nervous. Yeah. Brian, darling, I see peace in your future. Okay, I see.
I wish that your readings for me would ever start off with like that. You're like, okay. I see calm.
I just want like really big bangles that I'm moving, and you can't even hear my words.
You know, it's so. I just have to tell you, are you in my head? Because I was leaving. I can't take these off. They asked me to take them off. I can't get them off. I've grown, you know. Anyways, but it's so funny because
forever jewelry is now a thing, which is fucking stupid. But yeah.
But so I only say this because it's like they totally like do have like movements, especially when I record my meditations. But like, I kind of am like, you know what? I'm being my own sound healer.
There you go. Just
yeah.
You needed a little rattle right here in your arm.
Right. Yeah. Just shake it off. I need to like work out though, so I feel like I can really shake it.
All right, Brant. We got the Six of Swords coming up, the card of clarity, the card of science, and the Thoth deck. So jumping ahead, I have the Sister of Fire. That's what makes ASMR exactly. That is what this makes me feel like. Perhaps you are going through or have gone through a bit of a tumultuous energy because of all the fire. Sister of Fire is very dancey, very moving, very cathartic. But the sister or the pages or the princesses, if you're using a different deck, they all of them are associated with the earth. So I do feel like this energy is perhaps it was a bit chaotic up here. Now it's starting to come down to the earth, where almost like a lightning bolt and like the earth neutralizes that energy, that charge. But with the Six of Swords here, it seems that it brought a lot of perhaps deeper understanding of, I don't know, yourself, other people, whatever, whoever was involved in the situation, and a deeper understanding of the situation itself. So then we have the Eight of Water, which is still waters in this deck. And that's when I say like that I see peace in your future because I do feel like this happened, and now that it's over, this cannot happen again, and it won't happen again because that the clarity that it has brought you, when you kind of, if it happens again, if you see it rising up, not just in this situation, but in mirroring situations in the future, when you see it, you can kind of like, oh, I've dealt with this before. I know exactly what to say or what to do to kind of nip it in the bud. You know what I mean? To keep my peace, to keep the still waters here. So I hope that's making sense to you so far, but that's what I got. Like whatever it is that you were going through, it's definitely subsiding, it's calming down. It's about understanding what it taught you, what has brought you, and for you to be alert. So like for you to protect your peace in the future and always, right? So hope that makes sense. And Jess has your second half, and Christina, you're next.
I just have to tell you that it's amazing because literally this reading feels like a reflection of your reading, but just like in the Just Be Inspired way, which is really cool. Because I feel like we've been on the same vibe, but like we've been a little different tonight, which is great, But this one feels very like similar in a good way. So I agree with Ikaru. There seems like there's something that you've been overcoming and you're going to overcome. You actually pulled a lot of cards that other people have pulled this evening. And so and it's really weird because it's like I shuffle very lightly and I just like it's weird. I just know where to intuitively go. I'm a little different than Ikaru. He's like, can really shuffle and like master that. Resilience, connection, elephant, and root chakra. I feel like you're reconnecting with people that maybe you haven't connected with for a long time, but also like there seems to be like a reconnection of self, a reconnection of you just really honoring your strengths. And I think that what you have gone through, I don't know if it was health related or what's going on there, because it does feel like it could be something in that realm or just like kind of like where you're moving forward. And I feel like, there's ancestral, there's a lot of different layers to it. And so yeah, there's a lot of different layers to it. And so I also don't know, but I don't know. You definitely have some loss, I think, around you, even if it's like, like of somebody that's passed on, or there's a lot of different things that I think ancestrally you've also gone through that maybe led up to this point of just like, you just now wanting to take care of yourself differently, and show up for yourself differently and connect with people that maybe you haven't connected with, but in new ways, but also it feels like a connection of self, and just know that you are overcoming. I'm like yeah. So you are overcoming. And I think that the way that I would invite you some spiritual homework for yourself would be to really sit with like, how am I strong? How have I been strong physically? How have I been strong emotionally? How have I been strong mentally and spiritually? And like what actually helps to feed that strength? That's like your spiritual homework that I would invite you to do. PEMS, not PMS. There's an E in it. PEMS. So just write down, how have you been so strong physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? And then what fuels that strength? That's what's going to be part of your grounding, because your next part is I trust the process, crane, fortune, patience. And I feel like, oh God, I hate this phrase. Everything happens for a reason. The reason I feel like that, I don't want to say I hate that phrase, but I think that there's sometimes that there's a lot of things that are so not okay that happened that if we were to bring a reason to them, it actually might cause worse suffering, right? But I feel like in this particular circumstance, at least, that you're bringing a reason to this suffering. You're bringing purpose to some of this pain, to some of that struggle. Like you are really finding purpose to this pain. And the more that you dive into putting that purpose in this process, it's going to allow you to be then more bold, because we go into the Leo card, courage, personal power, lion, and solar plexus chakra. I am the master of my domain. I think you're just really coming to this point where you want to know what's best for you, and you want to be in connection with people that are also what best serves you. I feel like right now it would be a really good time, and Jamie and other people who are also like David G enthusiasts on here know this. He talks about your front row. Re-examine your front row. and think about the 5 people that really you want to have be in your front row for even perhaps the rest of this year. That's what I'm sensing. Really think about that, because the thing is that you're safe. That's the beauty of this. You're protected. You are literally moving forward in the lessons that you've learned. You're not going to have to relearn these lessons. You're not going to have to go through that. It's like you are literally being protected and you're being held and moving forward. So just allow yourself that grace. Allow yourself that space of what you are building. So I hope that served you well, Brian. That felt like a very deep reading.
Deep is where I like to go with Brian. Okay. Thank you.
Deep is how you like to go with Brian. I mean, is there any other way?
I'm just all right, Christina.
The relationship boss. Christina is seriously such a boss. I don't even know. She's got like 100, and I think she's got like so many followers on TikTok, and she's killing it on Instagram. I say this in this really sweet way of like, she's really great at what she does. Just like definitely connect with this beautiful soul. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So the relationship boss. How you doing? Uh,
She's feeling bossy. Oh.
I- it doesn't really matter, but I kind of want to ask, like, are you more like a life coach or a psychologist, or neither? um, Christina, how you feeling?
Christina's a boss. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say what. Yeah.
So I only ask, you don't have to answer, but it's just because at the final card I have the Sister of Water, and to me she just really felt very ethereal, um, psychological in a sense of the psyche and the shadow self, and almost Jungian in some way. So it made me think of that way. Oh, you're a coach. Okay, awesome. Okay, so I actually feel like there is something here. I don't know if you're already conscious of it, or if it's still kind of bubbling up in your energy, but that you want to break the mold in what you do.
Woo! You are
Because
so spot on, baby. Because actually, the relationship boss does Reiki sessions with me, and she actually coached my mom, and it was amazing. So you're spot on.
that's awesome.
Hmm.
So I'm getting the magician here. So it is about building something. It is a big energy. The Hebrew letter in the magician card is bet, which means house. And I bring that in because it's like you're trying to build a new structure. Jumping ahead a little bit, I have it's judgment, but they call it here resurrection. And you see how it's like these.
So pretty, that card. I love that.
This deck is stunning. So those
Wow, that's
people
such a
down
great
here
card.
see as you, but it's almost like you are the relationship coach. So you see these two beings, and then this third being kind of gets birthed from the two. Does that make sense? It's of course much more spiritual and ethereal than just like they're having a kid. It's not about that.
Can
You
you,
get what I'm saying. So
they're having a kid. I love it, like, because it's like that's like probably like the most like biggest thing that anybody can do. So I love that you just were like plausible, like they're having a kid. Like, yeah, no, that's not what you're talking about here. We're
no,
talking
it's
about
not.
deeper
But
stuff.
I know it can seem that way. But no, it's just it's what I'm getting from Christina is that she's seeing the dynamic, and then she's seeing how herself and how like the system works.
Hmm.
It's just like I have an idea on how we can do this, on how we can do this differently. So that's kind
Mm.
of what I'm getting at. Of course, Seven of Fire, we got the card of courage. Have courage to do it because you are going against the grain. You're gonna have some pushback. Sorry,
Woo!
right? With
I'm
anything
putting on my lip gloss on that one. I'm hydrating my lips. Hold on. Yeah.
with anything that's different, right? Of course, you're gonna get some pushback. So have some courage. Have lots of courage. Um, the Nine of Water here just it's funny because it is a deep deck, a deep card, and of course, tarot is deep. But I just like the word for it is just happiness. So in every sense of the word, I feel like you breaking the mold brings you happiness. So that's gonna just give you courage naturally.
Ooh, I love that. That's a great message, I think, for anybody to hear. You breaking the mold can give you courage just naturally. That's great.
Yeah, definitely in her case, and um, you following your own happiness, right? If it feels good to you, do it. If it starts feeling a little muddy, it's time to like recenter and reassess and realign, right?
Hi,
Oh my
Dwight.
God, Dwight, how you doing, babes?
Oh my God, I love Dwight.
Um, yeah, because the seven of fire is about defending yourself, right? I talk about courage,
Mhm.
but it's really about defending and like standing your ground and being like, bro, I got the research. Here it is. um, and then going back to the Sister of Water is just because actually I want to bring these two together because I'm looking at the magician in the middle and this big. It's supposed to be an infinity symbol, but it's really big, and I see it kind of like swooping down, and then we have the Sister of Water. What I'm trying to say is that I feel like all this is. I said this to somebody before today too, but it's channeled. You know, whatever that means to you, it doesn't mean anything, but it just means that like
this idea was given to you because you can fulfill it. It's almost like the Greeks and the muses, right? We get struck by the muses.
Oh, I love this.
It's like you are getting struck by genius versus you are a genius. I like that because it keeps the ego in check. It means it didn't come from you; it came from somewhere else. But you can do it, but it didn't come from you. Maybe there's a lesson there of like keeping your ego in check as well, because you are going to do great things. But it is channeled, and go forth and conquer. Is
I
what
love that. I love that so much. That was such a wonderful, wonderful reading that I think everybody could hear. Where it's like get struck by the genius, not that like that is just phenomenal. Oh gosh.
I like
Okay.
that. It's because it's like we're so self-centered nowadays. I know I am. And it's like we create things, we do things. It's all about the self. And I like that different perspective of like, no, you get struck by genius. You are not it. You get like struck by it.
It kind of also allows the magic to happen too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I like that. I like that.
Oh, I feel like that reading was so great that I can't even like follow that up, but I'm gonna try.
Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, your uncle is so part of this like first message too. I nourish my heart. Oh wait, hold on. Gentle and softness. I think that this is so valid for you right now. I think that it's like I feel like you might be being a little hard on yourself. I can totally relate to that. So there's no judgment here. But I just feel like it's about like feeling the softness as you create, feeling less pressure, like just letting some of that go and just being so tender and so fragile with yourself. Like think about like your inner dialogue, like how like that is operating and how you talk to clients, right? Like how you talk to clients is how you get to talk to yourself right now through this process, which is just holding it with so much love, holding it with so much tenderness. Like that is really the spot. Like I would even just invite you to like take like, a moment and even just massage the inner part of your heart and just imagine that that tenderness is coming back to you. Like that's the way to kind of really lead the ship here. And I think that that's also like the way of like you're learning and exploring more things that I know around self-love came up so much with like what maybe you would love to share, because I think that you're already teaching people that. I don't want to say I know that you're already teaching people that, but I think that it's like so coming from a place that is very authentic to you. Because the next one is I cleanse to clear. Cleanse the shit from the past. I'm gonna just say, I just feel like it's like the stories, the limiting beliefs, where perhaps things didn't work out, the doubt. I cleanse to clear, potential navigate. It's really so much right now about you thinking about what you can leap into next, right? And how you can do that while also taking care of yourself. That's what this card really comes down to. So it's you thinking about where can I leap and not having any other attachment. Maybe things didn't pan out or didn't like necessarily because it just wasn't the time for yourself to be seen in that way, right? Again, I talked about this earlier how the frog, they can be seen on the land and in the water, but we see them after the rain has come. So I think that for you it's like that was cleansing. That wasn't, how do I put this? That wasn't a mistake. A mistake is always just a mistake, right? And that wasn't that it wasn't going to be successful or anything, just because I know part of her story. And that's why this is coming through. It was more of like, this is like a whole thing of like, now it's like, it has nothing to do with any of that. It actually is just like that there's new potential here. And that's where that's exciting. And so none of that has to do with where it gets to grow. So like those stories are not what gets to be part of where you're leaping in next. Because peace is in my heart, duality, intimacy, orca, and heart chakra. I feel like it might even be beneficial for you to share. You know what I mean? Some of what you've gone through as an entrepreneur, as a coach. I think that, if we were to be honest, so many of us don't do that. So many of us don't, what is it, like breaking the fourth wall of like being an entrepreneur. And I think that we need more of that. Right now, all we see is like, this is how I was able to gain 20,000 followers on whatever, or like, are you ready to make 100K this month? Like, that's like what we're seeing. And it's so like, oh my God, just turn it off. But then at the same point in time, we are turned on by that. We are attracted to that. But what we don't see is like, hey, this is like where I tried things and it didn't work. I think about the story that actually David G told. He's like, I want to learn from the person that's tried to make a chocolate molten cake 12 times versus just one time and they nailed it. There's more depth to you and you're seeing that. And I think it's just about having your whale moment. Like right now, this is a journey of being so much in the soul of when you come up and you actually like really put it out there, it's going to like you see a whole different world. Like you see it, but like you haven't actually like maybe tangibly physically seen it yet, but you will. And that's like your I'm waiting for your whale moment. I'm seriously waiting for that whale moment of finding that and incorporating that. That the actual journey, exactly. And it's like I think you've been doing that though. I don't think that you haven't, but I think that there's even more space for it. Like more of that. And then I trust the process. The great thing is things are going to work out. You're going to like rock it and make it. I actually really feel like where you're at, and because we've talked about where you want to go, that is actually so it. I think that you're ready for like in-person connections because I think that your energy, as much as it's so potent online, I think that like when people meet you in person, it's going to be even a whole different vibration. So you're already rocking it online, but I think like where you're kind of guided to go, people are like, I just love her. Like your energy will just light up the room. And it's really funny because people will say to me, I love your energy. I'm like, thanks. I worked really hard on it. It's the truth. So I feel like for you, it's like there's so much fortune and good things and avenues and ways that like are going to expand because people are going to just start to connect with you even deeper and deeper. And you're going to just overcome. You're going to crush it. You're going to kill it. There's new connections in your community. And I think that what I would actually invite you to do is perhaps to think about what's your new audience. I think that maybe this is really interesting because this hasn't ever come through in like our Reiki sessions. By the way, shout out to Christina because she always is so sweet and gives a shout out to me after we have a Reiki reading and session. So thank you. But one thing we haven't talked about that's coming through right now for this reading is like, what is your new audience? Right? Like maybe your audience were people that were really like having relationship struggles. But I feel like there's an opportunity to think about what your new community is and how you can actually really be in that space. So that would be like what I would start to think about, like what is the new audience? And I think that that's going to excite you and that's going to help you to bring in some of this new connection and some of this new like resilience of like where you're kind of building up. So I hope that that served you well, my loves. And I love that your uncle came through. He was a sweet, sweet soul. Obviously, I know I've heard about him for the two of you, but he really adored you so much. And so he's like, just don't be judgmental. Icaro, what's the crystal that you're holding?
A deck.
Oh, it's a deck. It looks like, people. Oh,
I was
okay.
wearing like this.
I kept this piece. I haven't kept a crystal for a long time.
Also,
This is
you
my
said for Christina to have a whale moment, you just called her fat.
I'm going to literally take this crystal and throw it at you. You know what's so funny? Oh, yeah, my selenite. I'm going to take this one too. Icaro actually said that every single or every single crystal is protective because you could throw it at somebody. So I'm going to throw both of these on you. Christina couldn't be more beautiful. By the way, that was like the feedback from my mom. My mom was so cute. She's like, she's not only really beautiful, but she's like really smart. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Killer combo. Killer combo.
This would like be like more stabbing, I feel like, and this would like knock you out. You know what I mean? Like I would hit this and like maybe initially knock you out, and then I could, stab you with that one.
You come for the readings, stay for the murder tactics. I love it.
Wow, we're really messed up. I just want to say thank you so much because we have manifested your Chipotle for sure. And we have manifested Pepe's upcoming eye medicine that is, just like her mom. Exactly. Hello there.
Killer combo.
Awakened with Jamie. So, yeah, of course. We love you endlessly. And we are just so grateful for you. And we just love you to pieces. Anything that you want to say before we bounce out of here?
No, just awesome. Thank you so much, everybody who's attended. It's been a while since we've done a live, since I've done a live, especially one like this where like we get to do readings and it's back and forth. But it was a lot of fun. And thank you so much for everyone who donated, who gave some for those of you that gave extra, who could not give extra, that's okay. I'm equally as grateful. We know times
Mm,
is hard right now. So just anything was awesome. And as always, I always try to read and give messages to the best of my ability and from the depth of my heart, or where it should be. So I just always hope that it makes sense to you guys and it elevates your experience in some way. So thank you so much.
I feel like Ikaru, can we do this again? This was really fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to
Overall,
put pressure on a date, but like, can we do it again?
sure, sure. A little live.
A little live moment. So wait, hold on
Great
really
fun.
quickly. How can people follow you, Ikaru? Where can they follow you?
I'm Icaro Tarot everywhere, so you can find me on TikTok while it's still around, but I don't really post there anymore that much.
Hmm.
Definitely on Instagram and definitely on my YouTube channel, Icaro Tarot. I post. I also have a Substack where I started like anything that you see on my YouTube channel. It's there in written form, but I'm also kind of branching out and writing about other things. Some funny stories, some weird stories, some poems in there as well. So if
I
you guys
love
are
that.
into writing, get into it.
That's so great. Plus, Jess, your tech setup looks amazing.
It
Thank you
does.
so much. It's a lot. I still have to have Joe like walk me through exactly what the hell to do because if he's not here, yeah. So for me, how you can follow me, just because selfish plug, I really am trying to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube. If we can make this happen, I will do a crystal giveaway. How about that? Crystal giveaway once we get to 1,000 subs. I'm almost there. And so feel free to follow me on YouTube at Just Be Inspired. Also on TikTok, I'd like to get to 1,000. What is going on? Does anybody know out here of like in the world of like why TikTok is supposedly leaving in 9 months? Do we know? Do we know anything about this? But it would be great, to catch a new audience. So I'm here for it because it's like you can't go live, I think, on TikTok until you reach
Yeah,
a
so like
thousand.
1,000.
Right. Whereas YouTube is a little different. But yeah, so just keep me posted. Like, please follow me. I'm trying to get better at posting on there, so my bad. But I do have like meditations, I do have some shorts. So yeah, that would be great. Everybody who is
I have
following on
shorts
TikTok that
people
is
on right
new. Thank you. You've got shorts on right now. I got pants.
now.
They don't like us talking to each other.
I know, bro.
Just be inspired. And I think I want to really launch. I keep talking about this, but I'm thinking about two different things. Love to hear in the comments of doing another Reiki training and also doing a elevate your intuition workshop. So if there is something that anybody, huh?
Your female workshop.
Oh yeah, and if you're local to South Florida, I am doing a women's healing circle on the full moon on May 23rd. I've been doing some full moon events and they're women only because I'm nervous to open my home up to just anybody. So, so nothing against you, Ikaru.
I have a lot of
But
things
yeah.
against me, so it's fine.
You said you what?
I have a lot of things against me, so I get it.
I'm so sorry. But I love you. And this was so much fun. And I just think that we just had so much fun. So there's basically this law now stating that TikTok has to sell to a US company or it will be banned. But the company the company who owns it doesn't want to sell. Wow. That's interesting.
To me, I just hear money laundering when it comes to the US.
That's
Or
so
that it-
interesting. So also too, if you're local to South Florida, come feel free to check out a Reiki session with me at Reclaim Wellness. We got a lot of your wellness needs. And also if you're just looking to actually have like a full-on reading, I highly suggest it. If you're looking to do it online, I offer those as well on Wednesday and Friday. So and it seems like, people would be into a tarot, I guess, online for you virtually here. So I think I lost the mouse. I don't know how. Oh, there we go. It's back. They will not sell. Too much money involved not to. Oh, they will sell. They will sell. They're watching and listening. I'm never gonna get to 1,000 subs now on TikTok.
I just demonetized you. Yeah.
Well, I think we just we just outed ourselves, so we're done. So we're out. We're so out.
Personally, I'm glad it goes away. One less app to worry about.
God, I mean, how many apps do we really need? Seriously, like at the end of the day, like what is going on here?
Seriously.
I mean, think about how many ways that you can be rejected right now. Text message, phone call, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, TikTok even now too. I mean, YouTube. I mean, there's so many ways.
10 ways to ignore you.
Yeah. And you're ignoring every single person. So that's amazing. If Ikaru follows you back, take that as a blessing, everybody. He doesn't follow anybody.
More like I curse.
Yeah. I hope that you're following me. I don't even know if you still are. It's fine. I really don't even know. I really don't even know if Ikaru is following me, if he's muted me, if he's like over me. I have no idea. But I was just like, hey, let's do this live and let's do our thing. So there we go.
It was fun.
It was fun. It was good times.
Yes, it was great. So magic.
Yeah, we do have some magical energy. I don't know exactly what it is, but it is magical. In my day, it was just a voicemail machine.
I'm done.
Right.
I'm back to that. I'm ready to go back to the rotary.
Can we go back to that? Can we go back to like a voicemail? Like where like you could like come home and listen to your messages? That would make me like that would give me something to look forward to.
I know. Like, who called? 0. Oh, great.
Or like, you know, like where it's like, hey, it's like whatever, you know, like and like you could like listen to it in front of like, you know, other people and they'd be like, we just had like a great night together, you know, like we don't have that anymore. Now we just like snoop for it. It's all right. It's whatever.
I know.
But
the world we grew up in doesn't exist anymore.
What'd you say?
The world we grew up in doesn't exist anymore.
I know. It's kind of sad. But it's also exciting because we do have a lot of fun things that are happening. What do we need?
Will you ask, just because...
Okay, hold on. Joe has one request before we go.
Will you ask Ikaru if he has any opinion about the bear in the woods?
Wait, hold on. So Joe wants to know if you have any opinion about the bear in the woods.
I mean, is the bear hot?
He doesn't know it's a movie. It's a movie. I actually felt I was too tired to watch it, but I need to come back.
Oh, is
It's
it
like
called Bear in the Wood?
Yeah. It's called The Bear in the Woods, and it's like a whole thing where it's like
it's just a question.
if he, yeah. No, he yeah.
Could be in on it. Don't worry about it.
He just said, "Is the bear in the woods hot?" That's what his main concern was.
Yes.
Because I didn't know it was a movie. I've heard a question being asked to women: would you prefer to be stuck in a room with a man or a bear? And 90% of women said bear.
Are you serious?
I was wondering if that's what he's talking about, but I don't know if I didn't know. It was
Did you hear that? That's hilarious.
Oh, is it a TikTok, Ryan? I didn't know it was a TikTok thing. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll try to find it and be.
All I know is that I laughed so hard at the trailer, but then when we actually watched the movie, I felt really bad because I was laughing, but I was too tired, so I fell asleep. But that's so interesting. I mean, a bear or a male, like if you had to be trapped in a room for how long? Like how many days are we talking about here?
Oh, I think it was like 3 days. I think the question was, would you like to be stuck 3 days?
Or would you rather come across a bear in the woods or a man?
Oh, okay.
But you have an interesting point here because if I had to be stuck in a room for 3 days, I definitely am choosing. I'm going back to Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant, where I'm like, I'm choosing the man. So for me, I'm choosing if it's in that situation, like in a like an actual like confined space, I'm choosing a man. It better be Leonardo DiCaprio, but no. Wait, oh my God, these are so much fun. So then when we have wait, would you rather come across a bear in the woods or a man? In the woods, definitely a bear. What about for you? No, what would you say? In the woods, a bear or a man?
Well, the question is really about like rape, right? That's what we're trying to get at. So,
Oh God, you just took it deep.
I'm not the audience to answer that question.
Oh, I was just thinking that it would be really cute to see a bear in the woods. I mean, I'm feeding squirrels in my backyard.
Oh,
I've now
created a claws your face off. Adorable. You know, like
That's really the question is like women are really saying they'd rather be clawed by a bear than be.
Oh, I see now because Christina's helping us out. They said, "Would you rather leave your daughter with a bear or a random man in the woods?" Now I get it. Crap. I mean, I think I'm messed up from the Reverend, but I'd probably go bear for sure. But I'm still kind of messed up because that movie, I love him, and like I feel like I'm like, is this what happens when you're with a bear? I don't know. I don't know.
What was that movie?
The Reverend. It's the one that he won an Academy Award for, even though like there were so many more Academy Awards that he should have won. And I feel like they like, if the bear we're talking about is a heavy, beefy man, well,
Exactly. That's what yeah, Christina gets it. That's what I got from what Christina said. I immediately thought that. I was like, that's the point of the conversation. Um,
Ah.
that's the point of the question. I mean, it's like,
Wow. Well, of course, the relationship boss is going to pick up on this, and of course, like I'm like just thinking of Leonardo DiCaprio throughout this whole entire questionnaire. So I shouldn't even be asked these questions, honestly. So it's basically insinuating, yeah, women are so afraid of men these days, which it's true. Yeah, that bears are more predictable than men. I actually do feel like that part is true. Yeah. And then we have Chloe saying, so in the woods or located in a room, because the answers are different. Exactly, Chloe. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I do like that Brian said if the bear was a very like beefy, hairy man, that like, yeah. Yeah. Depends on the bear. Oh, now we're getting into bear categories. Chloe's saying depends on the bear. Black bear, I'm Gucci. Brown or white bear, I'll take my chances with the man. You know what's so funny is that I would actually go for like a polar bear. Like I might be
well, they're
more.
known to hunt humans, so
Wait, polar bears are known to hunt humans?
yes. So you might want to change your answer.
Are you effing serious right now?
Yes, girl.
How do
Watch the
we
Animal Channel.
here? How do we find this out? What?
Go to Antarctica. Go to Russia.
Polar bears are the only ones that are not omnivores. They only eat meat.
Yeah. So
You know what's so?
down world.
I just remember like when I first channeled with a polar bear because I went through this whole series where I would meditate and always different animals showed up and like its energy was so sweet. So I'm just like I'm
Yes, but
so
because you meditate and you channel animals does not make you a Disney princess.
You know what? But in my mind, it does because even with the squirrels, I'm really getting close with one of the squirrels, and then he brought his family. He
Oh,
brought his wife. He brought his wife, and he brought the baby today. It was really cute.
that is
So, like, just if you guys are into this, if everybody, all these divine souls are into this, I will continue sharing the story of the squirrel and how this is evolving. But like, it was so cute because I like literally talked to this thing. I'm like, how are you doing today? How was your day? This is Pepe, my baby. We both are like, we love you. How's your family? Thank you for bringing them over. Like, we have a whole conversation. And he was so cute today because he just like sat there and like let me get so close. I'm like, it's only going to be a matter of time before I'm just feeding the squirrel peanuts. In my head, I'm like, I am a Disney princess, like
Chloe did
right
teach
now.
me how to make friends with a crow. So I haven't done it, but I remember.
Wait, Chloe made friends with a crow?
Yes.
I need to know. Post it on TikTok, LOL. Exactly. No, polar bears are the most likely to kill you in this situation. And they are the biggest, strongest bear by far. How did I not know this?
Oh. You never watched the Animal
Wow.
Channel? You never watched Discovery Channel?
I did, but like they don't tell you about them killing people. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're like it's like and it's like I can't do the voice. Maybe you can do it. And the journey has begun, where the polar bear is because of I'm trying to keep it together. Because of global warming or warming, which is true. I mean, I'm not trying to like it, but global warming has now had these bears extinct. It's like that's what they tell you. They don't say, and now here's our photographer who's about to be killed. They don't say that. You know what I mean? That's not what we're hearing on the
never gets killed. We know that. The cameraman never gets hurt. So.
I mean, the number one times I've chased the ball.
Oh, bears? I know, yeah. Just no bears. No. Oh, innocence.
All right. Well, I think that this has gone down a rabbit hole of I don't even know. Hopefully, our audience still wants to follow us after this whole discussion. So, really, this whole live was sponsored by polar bears, who apparently will kill you. So there we go. That's right. Yeah.
Next to
Yeah.
Sesame Street. Yeah.
Next week we'll go Sesame Street. We can't go there. We can't go. We just can't. I mean, I don't even know. We're already knowing that we're going to be banned from TikTok. I mean, we should just
God,
cut a snip. We're going to just cut a snippet of this talking about it, and then we'll be, exit stage right.
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Crows, ravens are incredibly smart. I do know this. And you can make friends with them by giving them treats. I have been doing this, Chloe, but I haven't reached your status of being friends with them. And accepting any gifts they drop off. So listen, that is next on my list. I know that they're incredibly smart, but right now I'm building up energy with the squirrel. But I think that the crows, I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Start small, build it up, Yeah. So, I mean, listen, the sky's the limit, literally, in the crow situation.
Boom.
All right. Well, I love you all, and we missed you, and we'll be back. I don't know when, because I probably have chased Ikaru off now from this live, but we love you so much.
Thank you guys. It was awesome. Thank you for inviting me on this crazy journey. It was pretty incredible, pretty fun. And I'll see you
Yeah.
next time. Woo!
Love you all so much. The crow will carry off the squirrel. I believe that. Yes. All right. Bye, everyone.